Badger Basketball is on the air. Today's game is brought to you by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. Fabic Rents for all your equipment rental needs throughout Badgerland. And by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Wisconsin Badgers. Find tickets to Badger games and more. SeatGeek. Welcome to the Badger Shoot-Around.
From Xfinity Center in College Park, Maryland, welcome to our Badgers pregame show as the Badgers back on the road for a pair of games this week. Northwestern on Saturday afternoon in Evanston, but tonight it's Wisconsin and the Maryland Terrapins, winners of 5 of their last 6 games. That one loss, a buzzer-beating setback to Northwestern at Welsh Ryan Arena. As for the Badgers, they have won 8 out of 9, including a blowout win on Sunday against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. On our pregame show, we will, as always, check in with head coach Greg Gard. We'll also hear from graduate transfer John Tonje. Coming up, we'll check in with Jesse Temple of The Athletic, who has a really good piece about John Blackwell. We'll talk to Jesse in a couple of minutes. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield. Wisconsin football schedule is here, and you should be too. Season tickets are on sale now, so don't miss your chance to jump around at Camp Randall Stadium this fall. Last year, 6 of 7 home games were sellouts, proof that there's nothing like game day with the Badgers. Secure your spot for marquee matchups against Ohio State, Washington, and Iowa, and enjoy the best value to see Wisconsin football in action. For more information and to get your season tickets, visit ewbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS.
Wisconsin fans, it's Matzo Matt for Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza. Badger games are intense, high energy, and an experience like no other. Games like that need a high-quality, go-all 4 quarters frozen pizza, and you'll find that in a Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza. Loaded with the best meat and veggie toppings, then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. It's a top-tier pizza, proud to support a top-tier program. So the next time you're visiting your favorite local grocery store and you're in the frozen pizza section, look for the pizza loaded with cheese. A Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza.
I'm Sawyer, and I'm Shannon. Together, we're Twin Stunts, the only twin motorcycle freestyle show in the world. We are born and raised in Wisconsin, so we want all our fellow cheeseheads to know that even though we clutch it up, hit 12, and drift in our show, we would never do it on the open road. And there's another thing we would never do on the road. Drive drunk. Drive sober, or get pulled over. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
This is the Badgers pregame show. Wisconsin and Maryland, another tough week on the road with the Terps tonight, and then Northwestern down in Evanston on Saturday afternoon. Joined, as always, by Jesse Temple of The Athletic. Jesse, you had a chance to sit down for an extended conversation with John Blackwell late last week as we continue to watch his development. He was pretty good last year as a freshman, even better now as a sophomore. Can you give us a little teaser of what's going to be appearing in The Athletic?
Sure. Well, in addition to talking to John, I had a chance to talk to his dad, Glenn, and I thought there was some fascinating insight on Glenn's process to try and make the NBA. Obviously, Glenn was a 4-year shooting guard at Illinois, and he got a free agent tryout with the Seattle Supersonics in the summer of 1988, and he kept making the next cut to the Summer League in L.A., to the Veterans Camp. And he said there was a time there after a game with the Chicago Bulls where then Coach Bernie Bickerstaff called him over and said, "You're not going to make the cut." He was vying for one roster spot among 12 players. And he said it didn't take a rocket science to figure out why I didn't make it. I was a good catch and shoot guy, but he did not have necessarily the ball handling ability. And he realized in order to make the league, you needed to be a great combo guard. And what's fascinating about that is he internalized that and remembered that and said when John became a very good player, he wanted to make sure that the limitations that Glenn had would not impact John. And we're seeing some of the fruits of that labor because while John is a combo guard, he's the starting point guard for Wisconsin as a sophomore this season. And you're just seeing all of the fruits of the labor that John has put in come out right now as a sophomore.
I remember talking with John last year, and he mentioned the things that he learned, advice from his father. I mean, it could be simple things about, look, at this level, you got to bring it every day, all those intangibles. But there is a toughness, but it doesn't hurt to have a father who played at a high level, part of those really good Illinois teams. You could learn a lot. And the best part about this with Blackwell, and we only get to know these guys so well, but he certainly appears to be someone who listens, who is coachable, who's always looking, okay, how can I get better today? Do you get the same read?
Absolutely. Having a great family upbringing has a lot to do with that. When I was talking to John, he took out his cell phone and he showed me his text message exchanges with his dad, and there are dozens and dozens of messages that are voice app messages into a text where Glenn is offering him some type of wisdom. Sometimes it's a basketball nugget, and sometimes it isn't. But it goes beyond basketball with John, and I think that allows him to thrive on the court. One of his favorite sayings is a verse from Genesis, from the Bible, of seed time and harvest. I think people may have seen that on the Big Ten Network Journey special. But the idea, and this comes from Glenn, is you got to sow the seeds of hard work. You put in that work, and those seeds eventually lead to a fruitful harvest. And that obviously is translating on the court as well.
Yeah, it applies to Kamari McGee, I think, as well, the work that he did, and it probably goes right down the line. I try to tell myself, this team's playing really well. It's really fun to watch. This time last year, it was 8-1 in the Big Ten. And then a game got away in Lincoln. Things started to go sideways. I like to think that this team is better positioned. I know it's at 6-3, but it's better positioned to absorb if it's an injury or whatever the case, as opposed to last year. A little more depth. Would you agree with that?
It certainly feels that way. We talked before about a game where John Tanji goes scoreless and you'd think you have no shot on the road. Well, they won anyway because they've got multiple players who can step up, including John Blackwell, who had a big game. We know they're scoring at a clip that hasn't been seen in 50-plus years at Wisconsin. So it does feel like they're perhaps better positioned to weather the storm. But I also feel like Badgers fans are probably approaching this stretch with a slight level of trepidation because of what happened the last 2 seasons. It's one thing to be in a great spot in January. It's another to still be in a great spot in March. But so far, Wisconsin has done all it can do. We just know that the rest of the schedule has some very difficult competition.
Including tonight. They're going to see a different style tonight as opposed to Sunday, where Nebraska, which early in the year was playing really good defense. That has not been the case lately, especially against the 3. Now a Maryland team that gets about 20 points a game off turnovers. So we talked about John Blackwell. I dropped in Kamari McGee's name. They have the big and Derek Queen, but those guards for Maryland, this is going to be a really interesting matchup tonight, isn't it?
Absolutely. These are 2 teams that are in the top 20 in the NCAA net ranking, so pretty similar, and much like Wisconsin, Maryland has 5 players averaging double figures in scoring, so they obviously have a lot of balance, just like Wisconsin. This is going to be one of the toughest tests Wisconsin has had in quite some time, and really a part of this stretch where you're now playing the best of the best in the Big Ten. They've had a handful of those teams, but they're really backloaded on this schedule, so we'll be interested to see how it plays out today.
Maryland has won 5 of its last 6 games. The one loss was at Northwestern. I know the Wildcats aren't having the kind of year that they thought that they could have, at least so far. But when they're good, look out. So this is a very challenging week, to say the least, for the Badgers. He's Jesse Temple of The Athletic. We'll take a break. Coming up, our Badger Spotlight, as we hear from John Tanji coming up in a couple of minutes. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
When it comes to women's sports, there's no place like UW. Our women set the standard for elite performance. From the volleyball court to the hockey rink, every set, spike, and score pushes the boundaries of what's possible. UW Health mirrors this dedication to greatness. Our extraordinary team of doctors combines revolutionary research with compassionate care, setting the benchmark for healthcare across the country. So for the best care and the best athletics, it's easy. UW all the way. UW Health. Remarkable.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
An elegant, intimate experience in fine dining is right here at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge features choice cuts of Angus beef and fresh seafood prepared to perfection over an open flame grill. complemented by an extensive selection of fine wines and signature martinis. A passion for detail in exceptional dining. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Open Thursday through Sunday. Call and make your reservations today.
Wisconsin is home to some of the best educators in the country. The Outstanding Educator Program is brought to you by WEA Member Benefits, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Throughout the season, we are honoring incredible educators who go above and beyond for their students and communities. Do you know an educator who deserves the spotlight? Nominate them today at uwbadgers.com/outstanding educator. That's uwbadgers.com/outstanding educator. Because great educators make Wisconsin proud.
Hey Badger fans, Tony Drake with Drake & Associates, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. How do you prepare for the big game? You strategize, right? Well, retirement is your ultimate big game. And without a solid plan, it's like stepping onto the court without practice. But here's the game changer. Claim your retirement-ready toolkit for free from Drake & Associates. Just text Bucky to 262-600-2782. That's Bucky to 262-600-2782. Our retirement-ready roadmap is your playbook for financial success. Let's slam dunk your retirement goals together, because at Drake & Associates, we're your winning strategy for a financial game plan.
Drake & Associates is an independent investment advisory firm that offers different investment vehicles. All insurance products are backed by the issuing insurance company. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only.
Our pregame coverage continues with our Badger Spotlight as we hear from graduate student John Tanjay out of North Omaha, Nebraska, who lit up his home state team on Sunday afternoon, scoring 27 points in that win against the Huskers, going 5 of 11 from the three-point line. His last two games, Tanjay is 11 of 18 from distance, this after not scoring in what was still a 15-point Wisconsin win at USC. There was no reason to worry, and clearly Tanjay is back on track as Wisconsin gets ready for another busy week on the road with Maryland tonight and Northwestern on Saturday afternoon. This is a stretch of 4 out of 5 on the road, including that extended trip, 6 nights worth in the road swing to Los Angeles for games against USC and UCLA. But it was good to be on the road. It might sound grueling, those long flights and all of that, but Tanjay and his teammates made the best of it all, saying it was really a pretty good trip.
Absolutely. I think we had a lot of time to, spend with each other, bring us closer in the year and kind of get, not necessarily a vacation, but, get to go down there, get some good weather, be able to, walk around and spend some time with each other was huge for us.
It's interesting as people get to know you. I talked to Coach Gard about you. Like every player wants to get statistics and all that, but they say one of the things that stands about you is, did your team win or not? So even with the USC game, you won. So you were as happy as anybody in the room, right? You've always been that way as a player?
Absolutely. I'm here to compete and get the win. And, every guy, other guys stepped up and we were able to get the win, and that's all that mattered. So,
and then the next game, you were raining threes on people, but you were probably the most disappointed guy, right, with the outcome of the game. But just being able to see it go through again, I would imagine you're getting a lot more attention from teams maybe than you were at the beginning of the season as teams see what you've been able to do. Have you noticed that during games? You're probably up pretty high in the scouting report now.
But that's to be expected. I feel like. It's just part of it, trying to compete, come out here and get a win. And, teams are going to game plan against me. And, I'm up for the challenge, and I love to show up here every day and compete.
Going back to the LA trip, I'm told that you're one of the big UFC guys on the team, you and a couple others. So that was probably a good kick for you, seeing all those competitors out there at the hotel in LA.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, a lot of those guys, I look up to a lot of those guys, and I take a lot of inspiration from them. So it was awesome to be able to go around and meet some of them. Actually, it was a surreal moment.
I know John was talking about it, where like in some ways you can translate, because those guys, nobody wants to tap out. So the sports are different, but maybe there's some things from that helps you as a basketball athlete too.
Absolutely, there's a lot of the mental stuff that goes into it, and I've studied a lot of those guys for years now. So it was awesome to be able to see some of those guys and see how they work as well.
I talked to you early in the season. Now we circle back here a little bit past the midway point. Everything being here as a Wisconsin Badger, everything you had hoped for, at least everything you hoped for, if not more.
Yeah, it's been everything and more. It's been an unbelievable experience. I couldn't have, it's an opportunity given from God, and I know that just from everything I've gotten here. It's just been amazing. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's all been beautiful and amazing, and I've been so grateful to be here.
As good as you guys have been, it's been pretty good. Where do you feel like what's the next step with this team to be an even better team down the stretch here?
Yeah, just step by step, day by day, trying to get better and put it together, with the process. So I think, we're learning a lot still and still getting better, so I'm super excited about the future.
How much have you leaned on or just picked the brains of guys who've been around, if it's Stevie, if it's Gilmore, Kamari, I know he transferred in, Max. Is that those guys all been a big help to you as you continue to grow here at Wisconsin?
Absolutely. Those guys have been huge for me. Just being, older guys that I can talk to and just figure out what the culture is about here and figure out how things have looked, how things have been, and just trying to fit in and learn everything I can from those guys. They've been huge since day one.
That's Badgers graduate student John Tanjay, and that's today's Badgers Spotlight. Stick around. The Notebook is coming up next. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Loved one owns a gun, and you're concerned about their behavior. You're worried they might harm themselves or others. You wish more than anything you could hit pause on this situation. In Illinois, a firearm restraining order does just that. In extreme cases, this order temporarily prevents a person in crisis from having a firearm, giving them time to heal before they do something dangerous. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal. Brought to you by the Illinois Department of Public Health, Brady and the Ad Council.
Pre-game coverage continues from College Park, Wisconsin, and Maryland. It's a gold rush night, and the students, they've occupied almost all the chairs. All kinds of pleasantries, one-finger salute. That's not towards you, is it, Butchie?
Probably is, sure.
Is.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, usually is.
Yeah.
It's just coming from you normally. I mean.
Yeah, I know. I train them well. Everybody, Brian Butch, this is going to be a fun atmosphere in here tonight. I mean, you were on a Badger team that played here back in the old days. It was a Big Ten
ACC challenge. Yeah, absolutely.
So you know how this place can be. It's a lot of. We talk about Jekyll and Hyde teams. This could be a pretty quiet place. It's the third largest arena in the conference. It could be one of the quietest places. It could be one of the loudest. I think we're going to see the latter, hear the latter tonight.
No, I do. It was funny. Nolan Winter at shoot-around goes, "Hey, Butchie, look up to see how many places in this seat, or how many seats are in this place." I said, "Boys, it's got to be 17, 16, something." The over-under they had was 13 and a half. And I said, well, no. The big part of it is the student section in the wall. You sit, I mean, that thing just elevates. up dramatically. It's a great place. Like you said, when there's a lot of fans here, it's a great environment. Tonight's going to be a great environment. It also helps that their basketball team is playing some pretty good basketball right now, too. Two huge road wins for them.
Which the road has been massively treacherous for the Terps in recent years, but to win in Champaign and then get the Rodney Rice big three in the closing seconds a few days ago to beat Indiana in Bloomington. But they have won 5 out of 6, and the contrasting styles that you see in this conference now, and to be honest, Nebraska has really struggled defensively, especially guarding the three. Maryland is a team that'll heat you up, might mix things up what it does defensively, but gets it. We'll hear from Greg Gard in a bit. Maryland can get a fair share of offense off of its defense.
Well, there's no question, and that's what they want to do. I mean, they get 19, almost 20 points a game off of turnovers. When you talk about how that, them averaging 83, not the math, but that's 25% almost, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's pretty good, Dr.
I like to round up a little bit, but when you get a team that gets that much points, production, just from turning teams over, it's a hard to overcome when you do give that up. And I think that's what the biggest key for tonight's game is that right there is Wisconsin's got to take care of the basketball, make Maryland score the ball in the half court.
You know, the guards have really ramped it up for Maryland of late, but a player that we talked about on opening night, Derek Queen, pretty good start to his college career, 22 points, 20 rebounds in his first college game, a win against Manhattan. He's averaging 15, about 8 rebounds. Really eager to see him in person to see what he's about, because he obviously is putting together a very good freshman year.
Yeah, coming off a Big Ten Freshman of the Week this past week as well. He's got 5 double-doubles in what he does. 25 points against Illinois. Just, I know it's one of those things, but when you have a presence down low and you've got guards that want to heat up, the opponent's offensive side of the ball, which Maryland does, now he can anchor defensively. And if you're going to have a guy anchor it defensively, guess what? You better give him the ball on the offensive end, and that's exactly what they do. And, they run the cross screens, especially now with him and Julian Reese together. Those two bigs, they play so well off of each other.
Wisconsin's playing better defensively here. The blip was UCLA, and that was a certain section of the game. What have you seen from the Badgers at that end of the floor where you're thinking, okay, they're starting to figure this out?
Well, I think more than anything, they're staying tighter. So driving lanes are smaller. When you get spread out, what happens is those driving lanes get so big that now all of a sudden everyone's trying to get in the paint. They're getting to the paint. Now you're forcing the help. So the help comes. That's where you've got drop-offs or you get spray-outs for threes. So when you get spread out, it's just bad things happen. So they're playing tighter. And I would say they're following KYP a little bit more, is they're understanding what the scouting report says. They're understanding if their guy they're guarding is a three-point shooter, they're getting out there. If not, they're staying in and they're staying together as 5. And then you're seeing them just help each other a whole bunch.
I think the interesting part about this game for Wisconsin defensively, Maryland shoots the 3 at a very good rate, but it relies on the 2 for 53% of its points. So it can shoot the 3, but it's not a live and die by the 3, it would appear.
No, and a lot of it is, you got your threes and layups. When you get 53% of it, which is 74th in the nation as far as how many percentage points they get from 2, it helps because you got 2 bigs down there too that are really good finishers in Queen and Reese. But together those guys are averaging 28, almost 29 points a game, and that's where they do their work.
Yeah, Julian Reese, certainly the name that Badger fans would be most familiar with, and probably by far in this Maryland roster. Senior out of Baltimore, honorable mention, all Big Ten. He's been a bit of a double-doubles machine in his time as a Terp. He has 9 such games this season, including a couple on the road last week. 27-17 at Illinois, 14-10 against Indiana on Sunday. That was a game that Rodney Rice hit a 3 in the final seconds of that game. Indiana actually had a chance to tie or win it late, but a very poor possession in the last 3.9 seconds. And a Maryland team that has now won 3 games in a row coming into this matchup against the Wisconsin Badgers. That is your notebook. Stay with us. More of our Badgers pregame coverage is coming up. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
The countdown to savings is on at Cleary Building Corp. Get the best prices of the year right now at any Cleary location or contact us for a free consultation on the building you have been dreaming about. Cleary has a building for every stage of your life. Visit clearybuilding.com today to see all of the amazing building options we offer. Don't let the clock run out for big savings.
Badgers are born brave. They're not afraid to face a tough opponent or take on the impossible. At UW Health Carbone Cancer Center, our team of doctors take on cancer with that same Badger stamina. Where others step back, we step up, researching, treating, and defeating even the most complex cancers, making us the only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center in the state. So now, from stadium to hospital, you can count on Wisconsin and UW Health to fight and win. UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. Remarkable.
It takes hard work to be best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Wisconsin Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, Badger fans, you want your family to be warm and comfortable during the brutal Wisconsin winters, right? That's why it's good to know the knowledgeable, friendly dealers at Bryan Heating and Cooling, who will do whatever it takes to keep your furnace running efficiently, no matter what the weather throws at you. Plus, score up to $2,600 in tax credits on qualifying Bryant systems, and ask about local rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. That's Bryant.com. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
I'm Sawyer. And I'm Shannon. Together, we're Twin Stunts, the only twin motorcycle freestyle show in the world. We are born and raised in Wisconsin, so we want all our fellow cheeseheads to know that even though we clutch it up, hit 12, and drift in our show, we would never do it on the open road. And there's another thing we would never do on the road. Drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
Courtside at the Xfinity Center in College Park, Wisconsin and the Maryland Terrapins. When the clock strikes 0 on the scoreboard here tonight, the Badgers will be halfway through their conference schedule. They go into this matchup in 4th with a 6-3 record, followed closely by the Terrapins, UCLA, and Illinois. Each of those teams 6-4. So a long way to go, Butchie, but still a sizable game here tonight for both teams, trying to finish at least in that top 4 in the conference standings.
Well, this is a huge game. I mean, when you look at where they're at and what's at stake tonight, this is a huge game as far as the Big Ten. And you look at Wisconsin, you get to 6-3 or 7-3, you're feeling really good. I know Michigan State's 9-0 right now in the league, but their schedule coming up for Michigan State is really tough. I mean, if you get to 7-3 halfway through this season, you're feeling really good about competing for a Big Ten championship. Yeah, you really are.
Yeah, Michigan State with a backloaded schedule. The Spartans will come here. They'll have 2 games ahead with Michigan. They got another game with Illinois coming up. The Badgers still, after tonight, a tough road test on Saturday, of course, against Northwestern. They still have Purdue and Michigan State looming on the road. So big for both here tonight. It should be a big-time atmosphere here in College Park, Maryland. About a half an hour away from the opening tip, we'll check in with head coach Greg Gard. Presented by Ho-Chunk Gaming, Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, and Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, proud casino partners of UW Athletics. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Basketball fans, Matzo Matt for Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza here. As much as our Badgers are a staple to our great state of Wisconsin, Brewpub pizzas are a staple as the in-game meal of choice. Brewpub pizzas are loaded with quality meat and veggie toppings, then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning mozzarella cheese, made right here in Wisconsin. Each Brewpub pizza is a swish of delish. So stop by your local grocer today and snag one and enjoy 2 of Wisconsin's favorite things, Badger Basketball and Brewpub pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
The 2025 Wisconsin football schedule is here, and you should be too. Season tickets are on sale now, so don't miss your chance to jump around at Camp Randall Stadium this fall. Last year, 6 of 7 home games were sellouts, proof that there's nothing like game day with the Badgers. Secure your spot for marquee matchups against Ohio State, Washington, and Iowa, and enjoy the best value to see Wisconsin football in action. For more information and to get your season tickets, visit ewbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS.
I'm Sawyer. And I'm Shannon. Together, we're Twin Stunts, the only twin motorcycle freestyle show in the world. We are born and raised in Wisconsin, so we want all our fellow cheeseheads to know that even though we clutch it up, hit 12, and drift in our show, we would never do it on the open road. And there's another thing we would never do on the road. Drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Badger Basketball is brought to you by UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. Jones Dairy Farm, making breakfast better since 1889. And by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Now back to the Badger shoot-around.
Pre-game show continues from College Park, joined by Badgers head coach Greg Gard, continuing this stretch now, 4 of 5 on the road. But I guess if you could bottle up the way you guys started against Nebraska, if it's possible any coach in America would bottle up that kind of start, that was pretty close to perfection, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Well, it helps when the ball goes in, Matt. Obviously, that cures a lot of ills. But no, I thought we played very unselfishly pretty much all year, and I think this group is continuing to grow together and grow as a team as we march through January here and trying to get better. And I think we've shown it in spurts. That we are taking steps forward, both individually and collectively. But that was there weren't a lot of mistake clips on Monday in film, so that's always a good sign. But I don't have to search real hard to find miscues, and a lot of good things to show.
It's one thing for a player to really love if you want to call it a style, whatever. Say, yeah, I want to be in that style. It's another to fully understand it. You talk about how these guys share the ball. They really seem to get it, don't they? The things that you're looking for in that?
Yeah, they do, and I think that's the one thing that this group has really embraced, and how we've gotten better from. This is offensively probably been a 3-year or so transformation, and just this is the first time we've really, I think, felt organic and natural with it. And part of it's the players, obviously, and part of it's the time that we've been able to have with the system. So, obviously, when you have really good players and you put them in good positions and they're unselfish and play off of one another really well, it leads typically to good results. So, there's always a challenge of getting better, and obviously tonight's opponent will challenge us in different ways. But I like how this group has grown together.
And at the other end of the floor, the defense got back to the way you guys had been playing. And UCLA is hot right now, and we should probably preface that. I know that the defensive performance you guys always want to improve on, but these last several games now has been a pretty good sign.
Yeah, it has. And I think you really take the UCLA game, the back, the last or a middle 12 minutes or so of that, where we just got too extended. We got distorted defensively in terms of our positioning, and they took advantage of the holes that got created because of that. So I thought Sunday we were better in terms of squeezing the floor. Obviously, who you played dictates a lot of that. Sometimes you can't squeeze it as much because of shooters at a variety of positions, but all in all, a much better performance on Sunday.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll have more with head coach Greg Gard. Pre-game chat presented by Ho-Chunk Gaming. Badgers and the Terrapins tonight. We'll have more coming up. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Looking for a fan favorite at your tailgate? Pork has you covered. Not only is it nutritious and delicious, but pork's got that flavor that your family expects. Firing up the grill? Try chops, brats, and ribs. Making appetizers or finger foods? Add bacon, ground, or shredded pork. Visit WPPA.org for recipe inspiration and to learn where you can source local pork. Wisconsin Pork Association is proud to support the Badgers and our farmers all year round, and you should too. Brought to you by Wisconsin's pig farmers.
Let's have brats for dinner.
Whoa, maybe not.
Hi, this is Fritz Usinger. Your home freezer can begin to suck moisture and flavor out of improperly packaged food products within a matter of days. That's why at Usinger's, we flash freeze our brats and then vacuum seal them to lock in flavor and seal out air. Just put them in your freezer, and when you're ready for a Usinger brat, drop the package in a bowl of water, and in 15 minutes, they're ready to grill. Remember, if it has a ELF on the label, you've got quality on your table.
Jerry?
Yes, honey.
Ooh, don't you think... Jerry!
I know. I'm calling Cleary.
You know, sometimes DIY means don't involve yourself. You can still have the building of your dreams. Just let the amazing team at Cleary do the work we love. Cleary Building Corp., stopping do-it-yourselfers from injuring themselves since 1978.
The 2025 Wisconsin football schedule is here, and you should be too. Season tickets are on sale now, so don't miss your chance to jump around at Camp Randall Stadium this fall. Last year, 6 of 7 home games were sellouts, proof that there's nothing like game day with the Badgers. Secure your spot for marquee matchups against Ohio State, Washington, and Iowa, and enjoy the best value to see Wisconsin football in action. For more information and to get your season tickets, visit ewbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS.
An elegant, intimate experience in fine dining is right here at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge features choice cuts of Angus beef and fresh seafood prepared to perfection over an open flame grill, complemented by an extensive selection of fine wines and signature martinis. A passion for detail in exceptional dining. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Open Thursday through Sunday. Call and make your reservations today.
We continue with head coach Greg Gard as Wisconsin, which has won 8 of 9, playing Maryland, which has won 5 of 6. A lot of new faces there. Julian Reese, not one of the new faces. He's been around for a minute. But all these guys seem like they're really hitting their stride right now.
Yeah, I think they are. And they played well early in the year, and then they kind of hit a little skid as they had to make a West Coast trip and didn't fare real well with it. But I think since they've come back, they've kind of regrouped a little bit and tightened the rotation. Quite frankly, only playing about 6 or 7 guys. But you mentioned the two big guys up front, Derek Queen and Julian Reese, and then obviously 3 backcourt players, so to speak, that all I think bring them different things, all transfers in. So it's a team that definitely is playing really well, and you can see why pretty quickly when you turn on the tape.
You could pick any of those 3, but the ones that a lot of folks are talking about these days is Jacoby Gillespie. I guess could have been a high-level football player. He has chosen this sport. Tell us about him. What's the challenge here?
Yeah, just, comes from a really good program at Belmont, so he was coached well there and knew how to play, and just plays with really good speed, really good tempo, understands, changes gears really well, can shoot it from deep, shoot it off the bounce, finds their bigs in the pick and roll. So it's really, jumps passing lanes, can create some defense into offense. So really, you can just tell he's a mature, experienced player, and I think their success is a result of that.
You mentioned his ability to turn defense into offense. This team has a good ability to do that better than most, right?
Yeah, they do. And I think they put pressure on you from the beginning and really are in your hip pocket and varying degrees. So there's times they turn it up a little bit more, and then there's times, depending on how you handle it, but you're always going to have some type of pressure involved. So for us, it's a matter of just playing release and playing free and stress-free, and not, I think how we've jumped offensively will help us tonight in terms of we can just organically flow into the stuff we do, and probably won't be a lot of set calls. We're just going to have to play and handle the pressure as it comes.
Sounds like it's going to be a pretty big and boisterous crowd. Nobody there is going to guard your guys or set a screen, but historically, your guys kind of like it, right? On the road, if it gets loud, they kind of embrace that.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a hostile environment in tonight, and I know they're Gold Rush or whatever they call it. They got T-shirts and everything ready to roll, and first their students are back, so a great Big Ten environment.
All right, this Badgers head coach Greg Gard. Stay with us. Coming up, our look around the Big Ten, presented by the Big Ten Network. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield. Join the Wisconsin Department of Corrections and make a positive impact on lives across the state. Enjoy an excellent state benefits package and a nationally ranked pension program. The Wisconsin DOC is seeking to hire licensed psychologists and other mental health clinicians looking for a rewarding career providing vital mental health services to those in our care. To learn more and to apply, go to wisc.jobs. That's WISC.jobs.
Hey Badger fans, it's Matzo Matt for Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizza. Basketball season is here, and there's nothing that beats sitting and listening to a Badger game while enjoying a delicious Brew Pub pizza. Every game-winning shot and every sweet alley-oop deserves a pizza that's just as amazing, and you'll find that in a Brew Pub lots of matzo pizza. Loaded with high-quality meat and veggie toppings, then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub pizzas are a swish of delish. Snag one today from your local grocery store or during home games in the concession stand at the Kohl Center.
Pre-game coverage continues here from College Park. Let's check out the Big Ten Conference. One other game tonight. Rutgers will be at Northwestern. The Badgers travel to Evanston on Saturday for a 1 o'clock tip. Last night, just the one game. Michigan State was all over Minnesota, led big at the half, and then cruised in 73-51. Gophers have been playing some pretty good ball, and still no one, as you mentioned a little earlier, no one's been able to find the ingredient, at least in this conference, to take down Michigan State, at least so far.
Well, they played fast, and that's exactly what Michigan State wants to do. Their pace has been so good this year, and that's why they've gotten out to the leads that they have. That's why they're undefeated right now in Big Ten play.
You mentioned Rutgers sitting there at 3-6, which is disappointing given the hype going into the year with the star freshmen, with Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. Harper's been in and out of the lineup, injuries, illness, all that. That's a tough one. That's the risk you take, I guess, with very high-priced players, which when they're on the floor together, they're generally very good. But the bottom line is they're 3-6 in the Big Ten.
Well, yeah, and no Dylan Harper tonight against Northwestern. That, and also the other part of it is high-priced freshmen.
Yes.
I mean, even though there's ultra-talented, they're going to be drafted in the top 5 in the NBA draft. This league, it's different. It's different. There's not a lot of freshmen that come in and have a great success. Now, Derek Queen for Maryland has said, look at me, I'm averaging 15 and 8 in this league. But it's different. There's going to be bad nights. There's going to be good nights. And I think that's like you said, the risk you take with high-priced freshmen.
Yeah, especially freshmen who are very unlikely to be sophomores.
Correct.
Period.
Where's their focus? What do they want to do?
Yeah.
Especially towards gets towards the end of the season. Again, like I said, I don't know the injury to Dylan Harper, but he's not playing again tonight against Northwestern.
Yeah, he has battled illness for a chunk of the season. When the Badgers played, he tried to go. It was ineffective. Ace Bailey just had a tough night. But, yeah, it is a little risk-reward going on now in this world of NIL and then the probable revenue sharing once that if/when that gets approved in the summer. Another topic for another day, but that's a part of it now, a real part of it in college basketball. That's our look around the Big Ten, presented by the Big Ten Network. We continue. We'll get Butchie's keys to tonight's game, the Badgers and the Terrapins. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Hey Badger fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Wisconsin basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Wisconsin Badgers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
the Kohl Center, Camp Randall, the Field House. This is where the magic happens, where the best players lead with passion, fight with power, and win with exceptional performance. And now it's time we add another house to our Badger community. Meet Madison's newest powerhouse player, UW Health East Park Medical Center, home of top doctors and advanced treatments, all under one roof. So no matter the opponent, we're the place to defeat it. UW Health. Remarkable.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Wisconsin Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
At Jones Dairy Farm, we make versatile, convenient, and all-natural sausage you can feel good feeding your family. I'm Lisa Karras, 7th-generation family member and Jones Marketing Director, and I'm also a mom, and I'm proud of our products. They go so well in so many recipes and heat up fast, which is helpful when you're juggling little ones. Plus, many of our ingredients are locally sourced, and we don't use any artificial ingredients in our sausage, which is why you'll find it in the freezer aisle. Jones, making breakfast better since 1889, and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Go Badgers!
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEAbenefits.com. That's WEAbenefits.com. WEA Member Benefits is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Need reliable waste and recycling services? Choose LRS. Driven by service and dedicated to sustainability, we're your partner in efficient waste management. Need more? We also offer convenient dumpster rentals and clean portable restrooms for any event or project. Trust LRS for all your waste needs. Visit lrsrecycles.com to sign up for service. That's lrsrecycles.com.
Back at College Park, our pregame coverage continues. Wisconsin and Maryland. Time for Brian Butch's keys to the game.
The first thing for Wisconsin, limit your turnovers. You look at this Maryland team, they get almost 20 points off turnovers. That's the obvious one. I think second, rebound the ball at an elite level. You got Julian Reese, Derek Queen. They're going to clean up the glass. You have to match the physicality of what they bring. The other thing, points in the paint. We've already talked about it, but Maryland, their team that scores 53% of their points from the two-point range. So obviously take care of the paint, dominate that, make that difficult. The last thing is the three-point line. Both teams shooting 36%. Maryland at 36.5, Wisconsin at 36.2. That's going to play a factor in this game. Who shoots it the best from the three-point line and who gets good quality threes. Both teams are going to try to take away that three-point line. Who takes the quality threes, I think it'll be very crucial in this game tonight.
Yeah, Badgers on average will attempt more per game than Maryland, but as Butchie said, the quality of it and how well will the other side defend.
Absolutely.
As well. Those are your keys to tonight's game. We're back with the starting lineups presented by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Get to the UW UW Health Injury Update. UW Health Sports Medicine treating the Badgers, treating you. Cameron Hunter slowly but surely working his way back from lower body injuries suffered a couple of weeks ago. Everybody else up and running for Wisconsin. The rotation players for Maryland all up and running here tonight, and that is your UW Health Injury Update. Now to the starting lineups, brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. Don't drop the ball, Badger fans. The Wisconsin DOT reminds you to drive sober. For the Maryland Terrapins, Kevin Willard in his third year in College Park. 54-35 his record. The previous 12 years he was at Seton Hall. His starting five made up of Selton Miguel, 6'4", fifth-year senior, transfer from South Florida, averaging 11.5 points per game, averaged close to 15 a game for the Bulls last year. He was the American Athletic Conference sixth man of the year. Derek Queen, the 6'10 freshman out of Baltimore, 15 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of assists. He has 25 steals so far this season. Julian Reese, 6'9 senior out of Baltimore, 13.7 points, better than 9 rebounds. He has rejected 32 shots per game. Jacoby Gillespie is a 6'1 junior out of Greenville, Tennessee, at 14.5 points a game. And Rodney Rice, 6'4 sophomore out of Clinton, Maryland, 12.5 points and 2.3 rebounds per game. For the Wisconsin Badgers, Greg Gard, year number 10, ninth full year, 202 wins now on his resume. The same lineup as usual. Stephen Crowell, the 7-footer out of Eagan, Minnesota, 10 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Nolan Winters, 6'11 sophomore out of Lakeville, Minnesota, 10 points, about 6 rebounds per game. John Tonje is a 6'5 grad student from North Omaha, Nebraska, 18 points, 5 boards. And your guard combo, you got Max Klesman, 6'4 senior out of Neenah, Wisconsin, at 10 points a game. And John Blackwell, 6'4 sophomore from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, 16 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game. And those are your starting lineups. Wisconsin leads the series 15-8. 10-6 against the Terps since Maryland became a Big Ten member, and the Badgers have won 5 of the last 6 outings against the Terrapins. Wisconsin and Maryland tonight at College Park at the Xfinity Center. Stay with us. The opening tip presented by Odyssey Brands. Coming up next, this is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Are you seeking a better career? Rail Transport offers truck drivers a variety of driving jobs earning top wages. No CDL? No problem. Get paid to get your CDL with Rail's on-the-job paid training program. We're also seeking top talent for driver and customer support positions. To see all the career opportunities at Rail and how you can take home more and be home more, visit rail.jobs. That's rail.jobs. Rail Transport is a proud sponsor of the Badgers.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm Sawyer, and I'm Shannon. Together, we're Twin Stunts, the only twin motorcycle freestyle show in the world. We are born and raised in Wisconsin, so we want all our fellow cheeseheads to know that even though we clutch it up, hit 12, and drift in our show, we would never do it on the open road. And there's another thing we would never do on the road. Drive drunk. Drive sober. Or get pulled over. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
Let's have brats for dinner.
Whoa, maybe not.
Hi, this is Fritz Usinger. Your home freezer can begin to suck moisture and flavor out of improperly packaged food products within a matter of days. That's why at Usinger's, we flash freeze our brats and then vacuum seal them to lock in flavor and seal out air. Just put them in your freezer, and when you're ready for a Usinger brat, drop the package in a bowl of water, and in 15 minutes, they're ready to grill. Remember, if it has the ELF on the label, you've got quality on your table.
On the Badger Sports Network from Learfield, Badger Basketball is on the air.
When you think of Wisconsin basketball, you think about discipline.
Now to Max for three in the lead. He hit it from right of the circle. Max Klesmit.
You think about being fundamentally sound.
Rebound. Blackwell just took it away from Reese. Low in the left, lifted in off the glass.
You think about playing with a level of toughness.
Oh, nice pass from Blackwell into Crowell for the dunk.
Every day there's another step.
And the Wisconsin Badgers knock off third-ranked Marquette as they storm the floor at the Kohl Center in Madison.
On Wisconsin. Badger Basketball is brought to you by Fabic Cat, your cat equipment dealer throughout Badgerland. Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison and Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, proud casino partners of Wisconsin Athletics. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards, proud partner of Badger Basketball. Tip-off is just moments away. Let's go courtside. Here's the voice of the Badgers, Matt LePay.
From the Xfinity Center in College Park, Maryland, alongside Brian Butch, our engineer Dave McCann, and Shelly Kofsky back in our network studio. This is Matt LePay. We welcome you to Wisconsin basketball. Big-time Big Ten matchup here tonight. The 6-3 Badgers, 16-4 overall, against the Maryland Terrapins. They're 6-4 in the conference, 16-5 overall. Before we get started, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10 for an ID. This is Badger basketball from Learfield. Well, we all know things have changed in the world of college athletics in recent years, but it's still college basketball, and there's still a different vibe to it. Definitely a different vibe here tonight, Butchie, as the students here in full force. The other folks getting in here, they'll get here when they get here. But the people who make these buildings so loud, they are here. It's a gold rush. Should be a fun atmosphere here tonight.
Well, it should be good. DC traffic will get you always.
Yeah, every time. It's undefeated.
Every time. It's unbelievable. So that being said, when you look at this game, like, it's not only an important game in conference as Maryland 6-4, Wisconsin 6-3, but you talk about the top four with now the halfway point for Wisconsin after this game. You want to be in that top four. You want to get that double bye. You want to find a way to continue to play there. Plus, Wisconsin's playing great basketball, but how do they handle this environment on the road on top of coming back from the West Coast?
Yeah.
So they're weak in the West Coast. A quick game at home against Nebraska. Now you go to the East Coast and you play a really good Maryland team who had two really good road wins against Illinois and Indiana.
Yeah, they dropped the hammer on Illinois and then took one late on a Rodney Rice three with about 7 seconds left. Indiana had a chance to tie or win it. Came up empty. The Terps have won 5 out of 6. This is a quad one opportunity for both here, as both of these teams are in the top 20 in the net rankings, and that's one of the tools used by the NCAA selection committee. By the way, the Badgers against quad one opponents are 4 up and 4 down, 9-4 against quad one and quad two. Maryland 3-4 going into tonight's game against quad one, 6-5 against quad one and quad two opponents. If you're looking at any kind of rankings, that one matters more than the AP or all the other stuff. This one is one of the tools being used. Bottom line is both teams are among the better ones in the country.
Yeah, and this is a game where you've got to be disciplined. You talk about where Wisconsin has made the right direction on the defensive end. This is a game where Maryland, you know what they're going to do. They're going to get the ball in the post. They're going to try to knock down some threes. How do you guard that? The biggest thing is don't let them get going early with your turnovers, though. Stay to your disciplines defensively, but don't let this fan base, don't let this student section get rolling, because they're loud, they're active, they want to cheer about something. Don't give them something.
And really something for us to track early, because we have seen this Wisconsin team early in games be turnover prone some of these early possessions. To your point, see if they can avoid that throughout the night, but especially right out of the gate. Kelly Pfeiffer, Michael Reed, and Vern Harris are your officials. Maryland will have the home gold unis, the Badgers in the traveling Cardinal and the white trim, as we are about set to go here in College Park, Maryland. Wisconsin against the Maryland Terrapins. Later tonight, Northwestern will square off against Rutgers. So another busy week on the road for the Badgers. They'll get home late tonight / early tomorrow, get a couple of good workouts in Thursday, Friday, and then take the bus ride down to Evanston for the Saturday matchup against the Cats.
Just like you did on the treadmill. Get a couple good workouts in. Now you're feeling good, and now you're ready to rock and roll. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Good. Did you have enough to eat pregame?
I did. I had some popcorn. It was fantastic. When you have an environment like this, why would you not want some popcorn?
This is great. Get your popcorn ready.
This is what makes college basketball awesome. I'm sorry, but I love everything about what this game is. No matter how it plays out, this is the good. Everybody wants to talk about the bad. Got it?
Yeah.
This is what makes it pure. This is awesome.
This is fun stuff. Julian Reese, Stephen Crow will jump center. When these programs last met, it was in Minneapolis. The Badgers boat raced Maryland. Rosters have changed for both sides significantly. And you mentioned the one really familiar name on this Maryland roster through the years is Julian Reese. And he's jumping center against Stephen Crow. Kelly Pfeiffer ready to put the ball in the air as we are set to go. Toss and tap to the Terps. And from our vantage point by the Wisconsin bench, Maryland moves to our left. We are underway. Jacoby Gillespie outside right, picked up by John Blackwell. Throwing to Selton Miguel. Now it's Rodney Rice. He is defended by Max Klesman. Gets it to Reese, hands it back to Rice. Squares up, takes the three. Missed it short. Rebound Tonje for Wisconsin. Badgers moving to our right in the first half of play. Maryland straight up defensively. You can switch things up, can play a little matchup, then go back into a man-to-man, and it can pressure you as well in the backcourt. Here's Klesman on the right side. Picked up the dribble, bounces Nolan Winter, turns it to Blackwell out between the circles. Shot clock is at 10. Blackwell against Rodney Rice. Blackwell rocks the dribble, works the right lane line, squeezes in, lost the ball, turnover Wisconsin. Here comes Gillespie up the left sideline to the front court. He'll pull up, snaps off a three, bangs off the rim, no good. Blackwell the rebound. Still scoreless, about a minute gone by. Blackwell to the front court, right of the circle. He'll throw it to Klesman on the right wing, feeding Crow, right of the paint. Backing on Julian Reese, backing, mid-post right, backs to the block, turns up, around and out, no good. Rebound, Crow trying to dig it out of there. He does, right of the paint. Crow now needs some help. Puts it on the deck now, Stevie backing in, shakes, goes up left hand. Good. Stephen Crow earned that bucket, 2-0 Wisconsin.
Well, good finish, and that's a situation where Julian Reese has gotten in foul trouble over his career, so continue to pound it down low.
2-0 Wisconsin, a minute 25 gone by. Gillespie pounds the dribble at the center circle against Blackwell. He'll throw it to Rice to the right wing, inside feed, Reese catches, turns up left hand, good. Oh, boy, he cleared out a little space, did Julian Reese.
Absolutely cleared out.
Tied at 2, a minute 40 gone by. Max Klesman outside left. Crow sets the high screen. Klesman now picked up by Reese. Max shovels it to Crow left of the lane. He's with Derek Queen now. Backing is Crow. Mid-post left. Crow still backs. Turns, goes up, pivots again. Throws it up right hand. Off the glass, no good. Queen the rebound for Maryland. Outlet to Gillespie, feeding Miguel, drops it back to Gillespie at the top of the circle. Gillespie, right elbow jumper is an air ball, wide left and out of bounds. One thing that we have seen, Butchie, these last couple of games, and we're seeing it early tonight, they are letting these guys play. We really are.
We talked about it in Nebraska. The physicality of what the Big Ten play is. Like this, now you got to play through it. You know how it's going to be officiated. You have to continue to play through it.
2:15 gone by, tied at 2. Klesman up top, high screen Crow. Max will use it, moves to his left, throws to Winter, open three, left wing. Off the rim, no good. Gillespie the rebound for Maryland. He'll weave it to the front court for the Terrapins. Gillespie guarded by John Blackwell. Trying to work over the Reese screen. It's a pass that's deflected out of bounds by Klesman. They were trying to get Rice in the left corner. Max Klesman denying, knocks it out of bounds.
A quiet start shooting the ball for both teams. A lot of that is just the emotion of what the game is. Both teams know what's at stake here. It's a really good early game here in January between two really good teams.
Both teams 1 out of 4 from the field. Inbounds pass to Derek Queen, the outstanding freshman. Pull up right elbow jumper. Off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound back tap to Queen. Now it's It's Gillespie. He'll try a three left of the circle. Good.
And you knew it was going in. As soon as Wisconsin gave up the offensive rebound, you knew that three was going in. That's how it happens. You've got to rebound the ball.
Gillespie 42% from distance coming into the game. Klesmit dribbles through the pressure, throws to Blackwell, feeds Winter on the right side. 5-2 Maryland. We're about 3 minutes in. Crowd between the circles being harassed by Selton Miguel. Now it's Winter, feeds Max, open three, right wing, nailed it. Max Klesmit with his first points. We're tied at 5.
And he got it just off of a pin down action.
Find a way to get Max going. Seems to be a matter of time. Gillespie leaves it for Reese, turns to Miguel high on the left, or high on the right rather. He'll throw it to Queen, backing on Nolan Winter. Turns to the baseline, low on the right, up, knocked away, and pulled down by Nolan Winter. Good low post D from the sophomore Nolan Winter. Tanjay across the top of the circle. Takes it right of the lane. Miguel defending. Step back now, steps through and banks it in from right of the lane. Does John Tanjay.
And John scores it all because of his footwork, Matt.
7-5 Wisconsin, 16-18 left in the first half. Gillespie trying to turn the corner. Left of the lane, he's denied by Blackwell. Gillespie gets it back on a handoff, wiggles into the lane, and Krause stops him. And then a bad pass retrieved just at midcourt by Miguel. Gets a return feed from Reese. Miguel, the runner, left of the lane. Back iron, no good. Klesmit the rebound for Wisconsin. 4 minutes in, 7-5 Wisconsin. Max Klesmit outside left against Jacoby Gillespie. Klesmit leaves it for Blackwell. He'll toss to Winter, sends to Tanjay on the right side. Tanjay looking the deal. Now a step back three. Yes, sir. John Tanjay with 5 quick ones, 10-5 Wisconsin.
And they've weathered that first initial wave that Maryland could have put on them. They don't. They're up 5.
Tanjay just has a little look about him. He's ready to go have at it here tonight.
He's had that look
all season long. Here's Reese, 10-footer in the paint is good for Julian Reese.
Now defensively, he needs to get over a little bit more to be on that home side. But
here's Klesmit, a pull-up deep three left side. Back of the rim, no good. A rebound tip. Winner to Crow, low on the left. Stevie will lay it up and in. 12-7 Wisconsin with 15-10 left in the half. Jacoby Gillespie the other way. High screen Queen, 3 in the air. Gillespie bangs off the rim, no good. Long rebound, Blackwell. And here comes John up the left sideline of the front court for the Badgers, leading by 5 or 5 minutes in. High screen Winter. Blackwell uses it to the line, cut off by Queen. Blackwell retreats high on the right. Blackwell against Queen. Small versus a big. Blackwell trying to cross him over in the lane. Got tied up. Queen just took it away. Turnover Wisconsin. And Derek Queen, he can put it on the deck. Big man brings it up the floor behind the back dribble. In the lane, took an extra step. Up where they say a travel or a foul. No, they're going to get a foul, it looks like, here on John Blackwell. Looked like it might have been a travel. That's not the case, as we'll have our first timeout of the night. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Alliant Energy. Visit AlliantEnergy.com to see how Alliant Energy invests in diverse energy solutions for today and the future. And by Cleary Building Corp, built with pride before the shamrock is applied. Explore ClearyBuilding.com today. That foul is on John Blackwell, his first. 14:41 left of the first half. Wisconsin 12, Maryland 7. This is Badger basketball from Learfield.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The 2025 Wisconsin football schedule is here, and you should be too. Season tickets are on sale now, so don't miss your chance to jump around at Camp Randall Stadium this fall. Last year, 6 of 7 home games were sellouts, proof that there's nothing like game day with the Badgers. Secure your spot for marquee matchups against Ohio State, Washington, and Iowa, and enjoy the best value to see Wisconsin football in action. For more information and to get your season tickets, visit UWBadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS. Join the Wisconsin Department of Corrections and make a positive impact on lives across the state. Enjoy an excellent state benefits package and a nationally ranked pension program. The Wisconsin DOC is currently hiring registered nurses with a starting pay of $41 per hour to provide essential health care to those in our care. To learn more and to apply, go to wisc.jobs. That's WISC.jobs. Brought to you in part by Ho-Chunk Gaming. Wisconsin Dells, the best place for grown-up entertainment, games, and fun times. Your odds are better there. 14:41 left in the first half. It's physical. It's two teams having at it in the early going. Wisconsin leads Maryland 12-7.
And you look at Wisconsin with two quick turnovers there. Both those turnovers by Wisconsin just over-penetrating, right? You get into the paint, now all of a sudden the defense collapses. That's where your turnovers happen. So something Wisconsin needs to be aware of there. But overall, a great start in a hostile environment.
Carter Gilmore, Jack Janicki, and Kamari McGee on the floor for Wisconsin, joining Tanjay and Winter. That foul on Blackwell, his first. So John on the bench. Derek Queen, a 76% free throw shooter, takes about 5 foul shots per game, close to it, 4.7. The first free throw is no good. Deshaun Harris-Smith, the 6'5 sophomore in the lineup, as well as Jay Young, 6'2 grad student. Well-traveled Jay Young. Most recently at Memphis, but at UCF as well. Grambling State as well. Free throw for Queen is good. He'll come out. And Tafara Gapari will come in, 6'9 junior out of New Zealand. Transfer from Georgia Tech. Presses on. Inbounds pass Janicki. Picked up by Rodney Rice in the backcourt. And Janicki takes it across the mid-stripe on the right side. 14.5 minutes left in the first half. 12-8 Wisconsin. Carter Gilmore pivots high on the left. He'll feed Nolan Winter between the circles. Refeeds Gilmore. A flip to McGee. Now finds Winter high on the right with 10 on the shot clock. A give to Tanjay. Tanjay against Rice. Shot clock is at 5. Tanjay, charge called. Pushed off, trying to get a step back. Tanjay called for the offensive foul.
Both Johns, John Blackwell, John Tanjay, one of those things they need to watch, especially on the road. Because they're looking for with the push-up. Now, both of them are aggressive. They get to the basket, they get to the free throw line. But on the road, that's one thing they've got to both watch.
Deshaun Harris-Smith to the front court. Kills the dribble, throws to Kapari. Out between the arcs. Now it's Young between the circles. Here's to Kapari, high on the right. A pass for Reese, hands off Rice, flips it back to Reese. Left block, backs on Gilmore. Pivot, squeezing through, tried to reverse layup, nowhere close. Rebound battled for. Harris-Smith gets it back out to Rice for 3. Short rebound, Tanjay for Wisconsin.
Wisconsin was flying defensively there. Really good defensive possession.
Nolan Winter left of the circle. Throwing to Carter Gilmore at the top of the key. Gives off to Jack Janicki on the right wing. 13:35 left in the half. 12-8 Wisconsin. Gilmore, top of the arc for the Badgers with a shot fake. Leaves it for Nolan Winter. Shot clock is at 10. Winter hands off to Tanjay. Driving right of the lane. Brings it back out, trying to work baseline. Tanjay in traffic, knocked away. Trying to dig it out of there. One to shoot. He will to beat the shot clock, but he draws no iron. And that's a shot clock violation as Maryland digging in on the defensive end. This is a very good defensive team, Maryland. Top 25 at efficiency.
Yeah, and you look at how they did it. Their pickup points right now. Wisconsin's operating way past that three-point line. And now all of a sudden offensively they're not getting the flow and the chemistry that they need.
Max Klesman, Stephen Crow in there now, joining Gilmore, Janicki, and McGee. 13:15 left first half, 12-8 Wisconsin. Deshaun Harris-Smith, high screen Gapari. He'll throw it to Gapari, rotates it to Young high on the right, defended by Kamari McGee. Now it's Julian Reese, right elbow, moving in on Kraft, throws it up and in. It counts at a foul. They'll get Stevie for the foul and one for Julian Reese.
And I was just thinking, if you're Maryland, you've got to get the ball to Julian Reese. And what do? They get it right at the elbow and let him go to work. And it's a tough guard because he's a lefty. He went down the right lane line, came back with the left hand, and that's where he created the contact. But Steve turned, and you got to keep the shoulders square. But it's a really tough one, just because Julian Reese is that lefty going at it, going right down the right alley.
Reese hits the free throw. It's 12-11 Wisconsin. Xavier Amos in the game for the Badgers. John Blackwell will re-enter. He subs in for Jack Janicki. Amos was in for Gilmore. 12-11 Wisconsin. We're about 7 minutes into the game. And X will throw it in to McGee. Kamari picked up backcourt by Jay Young. McGee on the left-hand dribble through the midcourt logo, and the Badgers go to work offensively.
And where are they operating again, man?
Way out
high.
Here's Blackwell, right corner. John takes it along the sideline. He'll throw to Crowell. A flip for Klesman. Crowell sets a screen. Max will use it. Going off to McGee, left side. Into Crowell, left of the lane. 5 to shoot. Crowell backing. A kick. Left side three is good. Kamari McGee from the left corner. 15-11, Wisconsin with 12:22 left in the first half. Harris Smith, left wing. He'll feed Miguel back in there. He's off to Derek Queen. Now it's Young outside right. He'll launch the three, and that bangs off the rim short. No good. Klesman the rebound for the Badgers. 15-11, Wisconsin. With 12:05 left of the first half. Klesman outside left. Puts it on the deck against Young to the line in the lane. Runs it up in traffic. Missed, but a foul. And Max Klesman with a good take, and he will earn 2 free throws.
So there's going to be some dribble drive opportunities, especially with the way Maryland is guarding. There's going to be dribble drive opportunities, which Max just did. There's also going to be back cuts, back doors. They're going to be there. Maryland is aggressive. Put your hand out, plant your foot, go to the front of the rim. Guard, refill, but those opportunities are going to be there for Wisconsin.
Jay Young, the foul, his first. Max Klesman, an 86% free throw shooter, and missed badly with a first throw. Badgers remain the best team in the country and still on a record pace at the free throw line, 85% coming in.
Max blowing out his hand and wiping his hand off on the chest. That's
what
the
you
only
do,
way
right?
Something's wrong with as bad as he missed.
I can't say anybody blocked it or hit my hand. Let's check it out. Second free throw, no good. So a rarity for Wisconsin at the foul line, missing both throws. Maryland clears it, and Jacoby Gillespie in there up to the front court. Harris Smith high in the right, feeds Gillespie right of the circle against McGee. Loops a pass left side Miguel. He'll snap off a three and hit it from the left wing.
And John Blackwell just gambled on that situation. You just got to be solid.
Miguel, a 40% shooter from the arc. 15-14 Wisconsin, 11.5 left in the half. Here's X to the line, in the lane, double clutch, blocked away. And actually it wasn't knocked away. He just threw it out of bounds.
And what X didn't do there, play off of 2 feet. Drive, play off 2 feet. You leave your feet, you're going to have turnovers.
Breaking the action here in College Park. Hey, Badger fans, if you're looking for the perfect in-game meal, choose a Brew Pub Pizza. Loaded with quality meat and veggie toppings, then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are a proud partner of Badger Athletics and are available in your grocer's freezer. And the unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. 11:30 left in the first half. Wisconsin 15, Maryland 14. This is Badger basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to tackle your next project? Discover the power of Master Force tools today. From high-performance power tools to rugged hand tools and much more in between, Master Force delivers the reliability you need to tackle the toughest projects. Join countless customers who trust Master Force for its quality and performance, and pick up a new tool today. Master Force. Power, performance, durability. Only at Menards.
Hey, Badger fans, you want your family to be warm and comfortable during the brutal Wisconsin winters, right? That's why it's good to know the knowledgeable, friendly dealers at Bryan Heating and Cooling, who will do whatever it takes to keep your furnace running efficiently, no matter what the weather throws at you. Plus, score up to $2,600 in tax credits on qualifying Bryant systems, and ask about local rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. That's Bryant.com. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Fans, Badger Extra is the best website and mobile app for everything Badger sports from the experts at the State Journal. Go to BadgerExtra.com or search your app store today. And fans, tonight's game is brought to you by the official products of Wisconsin Athletics, Brew Pub, Lots of Matzo Pizza, Old Dutch Chips, and Pepsi. Badgers lead Maryland 15-14 11:30 left in the first half. Butchie, we talked about one of the keys, protecting the ball. Wisconsin fortunate to be up 1 with those 5 turnovers.
Well, they're up 1 with 5 turnovers. How? Right? Well, they're 3 of 5 from 3, which is a big part of it. Maryland, 2 of 7. Okay, that's the first one. Other thing is, the way they're rebounding the basketball, they have only given up 2 offensive rebounds. They're all rebounding Maryland 10-5 on the boards. So that's a big part of how, with 5 turnovers, they're still leading by 1 in this game.
Maryland in conference play, overall, the rebounding numbers are pretty much a wash. Wisconsin, about a plus 2.5. And as Butchie said, that's helped Wisconsin because they have been guilty of those turnovers. And we mentioned before the tip, that's what Maryland does. Teams turn it over about a quarter of the time against them. They turn those into about 20 points per game. Points off turnovers, 4 for the Terps here so far. Here's Jacoby Gillespie. Jogs it up the middle through the center circle. Flips to Deshaun Harris-Smith. Knocked to the floor, or just lost his balance as Harris-Smith. With the ball is Gillespie at the top of the key. Out to Miguel, right corner. Feeds Queen. Right wing against Stephen Crowell. The freshman Derek Queen puts it on the deck. Shakes, fades, flips. Left side iron, no. Rebound tipped into the hands of Kamari McGee of Wisconsin. 11 minutes left in the half. McGee slips a pass to Crowell. Give and go. McGee low on the left and a little off balance. Missed the runner with the left hand. Here comes Queen. Looped it ahead to Gillespie. Blows off the right wing. Finds a wide open Miguel. Tries the 3. Back rim. No good. Badgers dodge one. Tanjay the rebound. Out to Blackwell. John left of the lane against Harris-Smith. And now he'll fan out to the left wing. A pass for Crowell. Stevie across the top of the circle being shadowed by Queen. A pass for McGee trying to get loose from Gillespie. Kamari picked up by Queen now. Feeds Amos. He'll try a 3. Right of the circle. Off the rim. No good. Queen the rebound. 10:25 left in the half. 15-14 Wisconsin. Here's Jacoby Gillespie. He'll throw it to Queen. High in the right. One dribble. Back to Gillespie. Right of the lane. Driving. Scoops it to Queen. Low in the left. Goes up. Way too strong. No good. Gillespie the offensive rebound. Out to Selton Miguel. His shot fake. Now he'll backpedal a couple of steps on the dribble. Gives to Gapari. Shot clock is at 5. Here's Gillespie off the right wing. Lost the handle. Lost the ball. Here comes Blackwell. 2-on-1. Racing is Harris-Smith. And then throwing it away. But they get a foul called here on Maryland. Badgers had numbers. You had Terps busting back there to try to prevent.
They're going to say no shot here as well. So they're going to call the foul, but to say no shot. Wow. Wisconsin got lucky on that one. Now I thought Kamari got fouled going to the bucket before, so they kind of get it back right there.
They get the foul on Miguel.
Well, I don't know how he's not shooting if it's a foul. I don't know how it's not a shot.
Yeah, that seemed odd. Badgers bench a little perplexed. Tanjay, Gilmore, Klesman, Blackwell, and Winter on the floor. Blackwell, baseline right, looking. Nobody available. Timeout, Wisconsin. It's going to be a 30-second timeout with 9:56 left in the first half. It is 15-14, Wisconsin. I mentioned this Maryland defense ranking 24th in KenPom in defensive efficiency. The Badgers slowly but surely have gotten into the top 50. Very good on Sunday. They've been trending better. The exception was the UCLA game last Tuesday out at Westwood. Yeah. But otherwise, they've been getting better in Big Ten play. Their numbers are pretty solid in the conference.
And I'd say defensively, Wisconsin was really good against Nebraska. Right now, Maryland's had some open shots they've just missed. Defensively against Nebraska last game, I thought Wisconsin was a little bit better right now to start. Yeah. They have held Maryland to 14 points, but there have been some wide open shots Maryland just missed too.
Very true. Badgers will try again to get it inbounds. Rodney Rice in the game, Jacoby Gillespie, Julian Reese, Selton Miguel, Derek Queen. It's the original starting 5 for Kevin Willard's group. Blackwell will inbound it to Nolan Winter near the right corner. He'll send it to Klesman, back to Winter. Quick feed, Gilmore, top of the circle. Angles left side, off to Klesman. Right-hand toss for Nolan Winter, refeeds Max. Puts it on the deck, leaves it for Gilmore. Shot clock at 10, working around the perimeter. Tanjay for 3, book it from the deep right wing. Second 3 for Tanjay.
And I just don't know how you keep losing John Tanjay. And I'm talking about the league in general.
Keep losing him. 18-14, Wisconsin. 9:25 left first half. Rodney Rice fires a pass to Gillespie off the left wing, hooks it into Queen. Left block against Gilmore, turns baseline, pivots up right hand, off the rim, no. Rebound, Reese knocked away. It goes out to Gillespie at the top of the key, and a reset for Maryland. Gillespie off the re-screen, blocked out Blackwell. Gillespie in the lane, feeds Rice, left corner, three in the air, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Julian Reese, and a foul is called. They're going to get Blackwell. Yep, 2 on Blackwell. Greg Gard not really eager to keep guys in with 2 fouls in the first half. He will from time to time, but we'll see how long this goes. 9:05 left in the half. Kamari McGee will come in.
And I know Maryland wants to shoot some more threes this year, but I'm kind of surprised Julian Reese hasn't seen the ball for him.
Yeah.
And if you're Wisconsin, you're just fine with that.
Yeah, when he sees it, he's doing something with it. He has 7 points so far for the Terps. Queen, right elbow. Scoops it to Gillespie, sets the screen. McGee working over it. A pass to Reese. In the lane, turned down the open mid-range, now in the paint, and the 5-footer is good with the left hand. He's got that soft touch.
I mean, you knew it at some point they had it, and that's where the Wisconsin needs to stay tight.
18-16 Wisconsin, 8:40 left of the first half. Tanjay on the right side. Tanjay steps back, wanted to let it fly, lost it briefly, got it back, almost walked, and a feed now to Gilmore left of the circle. Feeds Max Klesman, finds Winter, good look at a three, right of the circle, straight through for Nolan Winter, his first points tonight. 21-16 Wisconsin, 8:23 left in the half.
And great ball movement. I mean, that's why Wisconsin gets that three.
There's a feed intended for Reese, knocked away Winter. Klesman trying to save, a scramble, knocked out of bounds, and they'll say last touch by Wisconsin. One official doing the signal of a review, and you can't at this time of the game.
It was a reset the shot clock.
Yeah,
He wants to reset. So not a review, but a reset of the shot. Yeah.
I thought he was pointing over there. I said, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah, get
but
the
what
shot
he's doing
clock
right
to
now
30.
is he's saying Rice have possession.
Okay.
So it goes from 30, so it should be down to 29 because Rice had the possession, and then Wisconsin knocks it away.
Jack Janicki coming in for Max Klesman. And we're still trying to get that shot clock right over there at the scorer's table. So after all that, they'll shave a second off the clock. We have 8:14 left in the half, 21-16 Wisconsin. Harris Smith, sideline left, will inbound to Jacoby Gillespie off the re-screen. Gillespie will use the screen again, moving right. Hooks a pass to Sean Harris Smith. Runs it out to Gillespie, high on the right. Sends it back to Harris Smith. Gets a good bump from Maurice. Harris Smith going through the lane, left to right. He stepped on the baseline. Yeah, he did.
And that's a great KYP. Know your personnel. Harris Smith, not a shooter. So give him space to drive. That's what they did. Force the turnover.
And we'll take a break. FS Envision Seed Corn and FS High Soy Soybeans are proud partners of Wisconsin Athletics. Get the seed you need for the people you trust. Contact your local FS Envision and High Soy retailer or visit ffseed.com to learn more. 8 minutes left of the first half. Wisconsin 21, Maryland 16. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I look through his eyes. I can envision a whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Wisconsin Pork Association reminds you to support a pig farmer by purchasing pork all year long. Visit WPPA.org for recipes and information. 8 minutes left in the half, 21-16 Wisconsin. And the three-point line has been good for Bucky here so far.
Well, you talk about why they're up 5 again, 5 turnovers, so they didn't turn it over that possession. They were up by 1, extended the lead here by a couple of points, but it's been that three-point line. Wisconsin 5 of 8, Maryland 2 of 9.
Kamari McGee up the floor out there with Janicki, Gilmore, Winter, and Tanjay. Gilmore between the circles, crowded by Queen. Feeds Winter versus Reese, high on the right. A handoff to McGee, blows off the right wing in the lane, hits the brakes, out of there to Gilmore, top of the circle. Shot clock at 12. McGee between the rings, inside feed. Winter catches, backing in on Reese, backing, pivots, low on the right, up right hand, no good, tipped up, no. Rebound to Sean Harris-Smith of Maryland. He'll bust it up the left side of the front court for the Terrapins. Leaves it for Julian Reese, top of the key. Hands off to Rice. A screen from Reese. Rodney Rice now checked by Winter on the switch. Rice at the top of the circle, rocks the dribble. Bounce past Julian Reese, left wing. Moving in on Janicki, and he bottled it up. He did. Good work by Jack Janicki against Julian Reese, getting the held ball, and the arrow is to Wisconsin.
That's just a really good defensive play there by Jack Janicki, understanding that he has the mismatch. Reese is going to attack you, so where is he going to come with the ball? He's going to try to come right through your chest with it, and he was ready there for the jump ball.
Jafar Gapari back in there. Selton Miguel as well for the Terrapins. Kamari McGee up the floor. 7:10 left in the half. 21-16 Wisconsin. McGee dribbles to the right side. Hands off Janicki with a shot fake on the right wing. Covered up by Rodney Rice. A throw into Gilmore. Gilmore against Gapari. Backing in. Right block is Gilly. Backing shakes. One pump. Two pumps. Out the Winter. Good look at a three. Right of the circle. No, but a foul. Julian Reese with a very late close, and then he put Winter to the floor, and the foul on Reese is his first. And a 3-shot foul coming up for Nolan Winter.
And that's what happens when you shoot the ball like Nolan Winter does, and you're patient. He could have cut, but he understood. He had the space. He can sit there and wait. Gilly understands where he's at. The kick out's there. Because he's shooting it the way he's shooting it, almost 40% from three, now all of a sudden it forces the late closeout. Gives you a chance for the foul.
First free throw good. Likewise the second for Winter. One more coming. And it's on the way, and that's off the front rim. No good. Julian Reese the rebound. 2 out of 3 at the line for Nolan Winter. 23-16 Wisconsin. 6:45 left in the first half. Gillespie throwing to Reese between the circles. He'll send it to Selton Miguel. High on the left. Throws to Rodney Rice. Dribbling to the line. Now in the lane. Inside feed Reese. Low on the left. Wild shot off the mark. Rebound Gilmore. Fouled by Reese. So he misses the chip shot, does Reese, and then he fouls trying to follow it. And he will sit down with the second foul as Derek Queen is back in.
And he made a really good catch, which probably should have been a turnover. But then misses the layup. And then there's a foul, 2 of them, and what a break there for Wisconsin. And it started because they were tight defensively on the pick and roll.
Stephen Crowell in for Nolan Winter. McGee throwing to Gilmore between the arcs. Feeds Tanjay. He'll try the three. Left side. Off the rim. No good. Rebound. Gilmore out to John. He'll try again up top. And that's short. No good. Rebound fought for. Tanjay has it. 1 pump. Left lane line. 2 pumps. Up in traffic. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Derek Queen. Badgers 0 for 3 in that possession. Long feed Rodney Rice in the left wing. Janicki defends with 6 minutes left in the half. 23-16 Wisconsin. Rice with the curl dribble to the free throw line. Runs it up. No good. Rebound tip to Tanjay. And here comes John up the left side of the floor for Wisconsin. Inside feed for Crowell against Gapari. Left of the lane. Crowell backing left block. Crowell still backs, whistle, and throws it up, but the foul first before the shot. They'll get Tafara Gapari for the foul, and that'll be his first. We'll see Xavier Amos and Max Klesmit coming back into the lineup for the Badgers. In for Gilmore and Tanjay.
both teams struggling from the floor, but Wisconsin's doing a good job of getting to the free throw line, playing through the contact. Maryland hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes. Wisconsin hasn't had a field goal.
Kamari McGee, inbounds pass, batted away by Gillespie, and then McGee trying to get it back, bumped him. So a turnover and then a foul on top of it there. Kamari McGee, the guilty party. Team foul number 5 against Wisconsin. Maryland also with 5.
You just feel if Wisconsin could get some separation right now, because you know Maryland's not going to continue to shoot the ball the way they're shooting it. 26% from the floor, 22% from 3.
Yep, they missed 7 of their last 8 shots, have the Terrapins. 5:40 left in the half, 23-16 Wisconsin. Gillespie on the dribble, throwing to Queen at the free throw line. Faces up on crowd, now starts to back in the lane. Up right hand, good off the glass. First field goal for Queen. He has 3 points in the game, 23-18 Wisconsin. 5:25 left in the half. Klesman walks the dribble to the front court, guarded by Rodney Rice. Throw back to crowd, took a look, turned it down, feeds Klesman again. On the right side against Derek Queen. Max dribbles off the wing, in the lane, left of the key. Throws it to McGee, took a look, decides otherwise, starts to back on Miguel. Feeds Klesman, 8 to shoot. Backs high in the left. Inside feed to Crowell, 5 to shoot. Crowell left of the lane, backing, drawing the double. Out to Max, tries a 3, left side, off the rim, no good. Rebound Derek Queen of Maryland, 4:55 left in the half. Queen, right lane line, moving in, low on the left, goes up around the rim and out, no good. Rebound up Gillespie, no, but a foul.
And that's what needs to be cleaned up right now. With Maryland's getting enough of those little offensive rebounds. Yes, Queen's layup probably should have went in. It didn't. So go crash it and find a way and get bodies. You can't turn your head and watch. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
You can't turn your head and watch.
Xavier Amos with the foul, his first, and Jacoby Gillespie, an 88% free throw shooter, is at the line. The first attempt is good. John Tonje coming back in for Wisconsin, replacing Jack Janicki. 23-19 Wisconsin, 4:48 left in the first half. Gillespie with 4 points. He averages 14.5 a game. Second free throw is nothing but net. So they get 23-19 Wisconsin. Little backcourt resistance. Kamari McGee against Rodney Rice. McGee busting up the right sideline of the front court. Gillespie coming up from behind. Here's a throw to Klesman. Slipped it into Crowell. Out to John. Open 3. Left wing. Nailed it. John Tonje's third 3 of the half.
Well, it started by breaking and attacking the pressure.
6-point lead Wisconsin. 4:30 left till halftime. 26-20 the Badgers. Miguel curls around a Queen screen. Left lane line. Crowell stops him. Out to Kapari, right side, lines up a 3 and hits it. He's a 38% shooter. He's efficient, doesn't unload a lot from distance, but Kapari has the ability to knock it down. 26-23 Wisconsin, 4:10 left in the half. Klesman right of the lane, out the crowd, right of the circle. Whips it to Tonje, high on the left. Tonje against Selton Miguel. Now picked up by Kapari on the left side. Tonje looking to go to work. Ooh, pushed off. Yep. Offensive foul. There it is. Yep. You mentioned it, especially on the road, and he pushed off and got caught. That's 2 on John Tonje as we have the under 4 media timeout. Horsepower to amplify your willpower, capability to kickstart your courage. They're standard in built Ford Tough Ford trucks and adventure-ready Ford SUVs. Visit your Wisconsin Ford store today. We'll take a break. 3:58 left in the first half. Wisconsin 26, Maryland 23. This is Badger basketball from Learfield.
An elegant, intimate experience in fine dining is right here at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge features choice cuts of Angus beef and fresh seafood prepared to perfection over an open flame grill, complemented by an extensive selection of fine wines and signature martinis. A passion for detail in exceptional dining. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Open Thursday through Sunday. Call and make your reservations today.
At Jones Dairy Farm, we make versatile, convenient, and all-natural sausage you can feel good feeding your family. I'm Lisa Karras, 7th-generation family member and Jones Marketing Director, and I'm also a mom, and I'm proud of our products. They go so well in so many recipes and heat up fast, which is helpful when you're juggling little ones. Plus, many of our ingredients are locally sourced, and we don't use any artificial ingredients in our sausage, which is why you'll find it in the freezer aisle. Jones, making breakfast better since 1889, and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Go Badgers!
Need reliable waste and recycling services? Choose LRS. Driven by service and dedicated to sustainability. We're your partner in efficient waste management. Need more? We also offer convenient dumpster rentals and clean portable restrooms for any event or project. Trust LRS for all your waste needs. Visit lrsrecycles.com to sign up for service. That's lrsrecycles.com.
U.S. Bank is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Together, there's nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Badgers lead 26-23 with 3:58 left in the first half. That's the good news. The bad news is you got their two leading scorers with 2 fouls, John Tonje and John Blackwell. Tonje, both of his fouls, offensive variety, and word gets around, Butchie, and you start to look for it, and John's a physical guy, and just kind of leaning in, being a little too physical with the ball in his hands.
And he can't extend the outlet. That's where he's going to get and have his problems. Now, Wisconsin with 7 turnovers, points from turnovers, though, only 6 for Maryland. And again, that's why Wisconsin's up by 3 here still. Maryland's not shooting well. Wisconsin offensively, what they're doing, they've turned it over 7 times, which is way too much. But they're still sitting here at 3:58 left in the first half, up by 3.
This is where you need that depth. Xavier Amos on the floor, Jack Janicki and Kamari McGee, Klesman and Crowell rounding out the 5. Rapari, Queen, Rodney Rice, Miguel Selton, along with Jacoby Gillespie. Gillespie, 6'1" junior, Greenville, Tennessee, transfer out of Belmont. Gillespie outside right. He's against Jack Janicki. And a lob into Gapari, low on the left, went up, and he lost control of the ball. Crowell is there to clear. Thank you very much. They were looking for a raise the roof kind of dunk. Here's Amos going into Crowell, low on the right. He'll flip it in off the glass, low on the right.
Probably should have been a foul.
28-23 Wisconsin, 3.5 minutes left in the half. Gillespie bobs around a screen from Derek Queen, a throw to Queen, top of the circle. He'll flip it to Miguel, left side of the wing. Right hand toss to Rodney Rice. Pull up, mid-range, good. Rodney Rice makes it 28-25 Wisconsin, 3:10 left in the first half. Janicki high on the left. He'll throw it to Crowell. Left foul line extended. Feeds Xavier Amos. Sends it back to Crowell. Turns it to Kamari McGee. Loops around a Crowell screen. Out to Amos. Feeds McGee high on the left. Bounces to Crowell. Left of the lane. 10 on the shot clock. Stephen Crowell against Derek Queen. Grad student against a freshman. Crowell backing. Runs it out to Amos. 4-3. Right side. Off the left side iron. No good. Rebound tip grabbed by Miguel of Maryland. With 2:45 left in the half. 3-point lead Wisconsin. Jacoby Gillespie at the point. Rocks the dribble. Looks around Queen. Stops mid-post right. Finds Queen. 18-footer. Around and out. No good. McGee the rebound for Wisconsin. And here's Kamari up the floor for the Badgers. Left side front court to the line. Into Crowell. Low on the left. Goes up. Knocked away. Foul called on Gapari. As Crowell disappointed he didn't get the bucket, but he earns free throws as Tafara Gapari is called for his second foul.
But they're doing a good job of attacking that pressure from Maryland. We saw earlier in the first half they were operating way too close to half court. Now, instead of letting Maryland dictate where they're operating their offense from, Wisconsin's attacking that, and they're getting some really good action.
Crowell with 6 points in this first half. First free throw is good. Crowell had a free throw streak that ended in the Nebraska game. He had made 24 straight. Missed a free throw in the first half, made the second, so looking to start a new streak. 29-25 Wisconsin. Stevie good on the first free throw, and back rim on the second. Rebound is secured by Miguel of Maryland. Badgers leaving some points on the line here in the first half. 3 of 7. Here's Miguel, left wing. He'll try the three over Gilmore, and it's good. Miguel, his second three. 29-28 Wisconsin with 2:10 left in the half.
And that's where Big Steve would have made that layup. All of a sudden he made the first one. He leaves one on there. It results in a 3 the other way for Maryland.
McGee around a Gilmore screen. Throws it to Gilmore. Went behind him. Carter grabs it. Feeds McGee. Kamari hooks it to Gilmore high on the left. A pass for Crowell at the top. Crowell kills the dribble. Gives it up to Klesman. He'll try a 3 right side. Bangs off the rim. No good. Gapari the rebound for Maryland. 1:45 left in the half, 29-28 Wisconsin. Here's Rice, open 3, left corner, good.
Yeah, they need to weather this, Matt. They need to weather this. Good offensive possession right now.
31-29 Maryland, 1:35 left in the first half. Gilmore throwing to Klesman outside right. Klesman against Rodney Rice, a bounce for Crowell, right of the lane. Crowell single coverage from Derek Queen. Now the double from Gapari. Crowell bounces to Janicki. Tough pass, got to McGee off the left wing. Knocked away by Gillespie. Out of bounds to Wisconsin with 9 on the shot clock. And 1:19 left in the first half. Nolan Winter now coming in for Stephen Crowell.
We've talked about how much better Wisconsin has been in their end line out of bounds. Right now would be a time to tap into that. 9 seconds on the shot clock, 1:19, and most importantly, you calm down this crowd with 1:19 left.
And Maryland's made it difficult at times for the Badgers to get the ball inbounds. Here's McGee getting it into Winter. Hands off to Max for 3, left side. It's off the rim, no good. Badgers have gone cold. Gapari the rebound.
It was good action, though. It was a wiper action. He had a wide open look.
2-point lead, Maryland. 1:08 left in the first half. Gillespie, he'll launch a long 3. Off the rim, no good. Klesmit the rebound for the Badgers. 1 minute left in the half, 31-29 Maryland. Klesmit left-hand dribble into the lane, feeds Nolan Winter. He stops mid-post right, out to Gilmore for 3, left of the circle. Back of the rim, no good. Gapari the rebound. 48 seconds left in the first half. Badgers haven't hit a field goal going on 3 minutes. Rodney Rice into Derek Queen, baseline right, skips it. Miguel fakes the 3, closing is Janicki. Miguel dribbles off the left wing, a dig for McGee, a throw to Gillespie down the lane, and his shot knocked out of bounds by Gilmore. Oh, they'll get a foul. Oh, my. Got a lot of ball, if not all ball, but they call the foul on Gilmore with 33.2 seconds left in the half.
He did.
Fouled him? On the wrist?
Yeah, he did on the foul through. Now it didn't look like it from where he was at. That's tough, but when you rewatch that one.
33.2 seconds left in the half. Gillespie at the line for 2, and he is good with the first. 32-29 Maryland. Jordan Geronimo coming in for Tafara Gapari. 7-point run now for the Terrapins. Second free throw for Jacoby Gillespie is on the way. Too long, no good. Gilmore the rebound. 30 seconds left in that, about a 3-second difference. Game to shot clock. 32-29 Maryland. Kamari McGee left of the center circle. Badgers getting organized offensively. Remember, they burned a timeout already in this first half. Here's McGee, right of the lane, stops lane line, mid-post. Tough shot. Queen ate it up, and a foul is called on Derek Queen. Thank you very much. Ooh. Boy, Kamari was in a bad spot. And not sure really where the foul was there, but the Badgers will take it with 12.1 left in the first half. 32-29 Maryland.
Like you said, they'll take it.
McGee this season at the foul line is 16 of 19. Badgers 3 of 7 at the foul line here in the first half. Make it 4 of 8 as McGee hits the first. Gapari and Miguel in there for the Terps. Geronimo and Harris Smith, who were in briefly, now sit down. 12 seconds left in the half. 32-30 Maryland. Second free throw coming up for Kamari McGee. He made the first, and he makes the second. And now Kevin Willard will take the use it or lose it timeout. 12.1 left in the first half. Maryland 32, Wisconsin 31.
I mean, look at how this has played out so far. If you're Wisconsin, you're down by 1. You're still, again, you've gone almost 4 minutes without a field goal. You've found ways to get some points by the free throw line, but you've gone 4 minutes without a field goal, and you're still weathered that. Like Maryland was making a run. You weathered it. You've got to now guard here. You got 12.1 on the clock. Get a stop here. Go to the locker room down 1. You're feeling pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, they've also weathered 8 turnovers.
Correct.
Points off turnovers, just 6-5 in favor of Maryland. Badgers have cost themselves a bit at the free throw line. They're 5 of 9 here in the first half. Terps are 5 out of 7. Maryland as a team, 75% at the foul line. Both teams are in the bonus. Badgers have Winter, Gilmore, Klesmit, Janicki, and McGee out there.
And the only thing about that last possession for Wisconsin, even though Kamari gets to the free throw line, I thought he went too early. There was 3 seconds. Now all of a sudden you give Maryland 12 seconds to operate. If you wait a little bit longer, now you don't give Maryland a chance to have that ball. But now you got a guard for the last 10.
Here comes Jacoby Gillespie. Slow jog to the front court, down to 6 seconds left in the half.
1-3-1 for Wisconsin.
High on the right now. On the dribble at the point of it is Janicki. A pull-up right elbow jumper is an air ball wide left, and the first half has come to an end. Well, they work on it from time to time. They use it every so often, not very, but they used it there and it worked.
It worked out exactly well. Great call there by Greg Garden 7. That's why I yelled it out as quickly as I did, because they don't use it a lot, but when they do, time situation, that was great time to put it in.
They're not your daddy's Badgers anymore, are they? We are at halftime. Good game as we expected here in College Park. Maryland 32, Wisconsin 31. We're back with a halftime report presented by Culver's. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Halftime at College Park, Maryland. Julian Reese with 9 points leading the way for the Terrapins. John Tanjay has 11 to pace Wisconsin. At the half, Maryland 32, Wisconsin 31. Coming up, our halftime conversation presented by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Butchie and I are back in a couple of minutes. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Hey Badger fans, Tony Drake with Drake & Associates, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. How do you prepare for the big game? You strategize, right? Well, retirement is your ultimate big game. And without a solid plan, it's like stepping onto the court without practice. But here's the game changer. Claim your retirement-ready toolkit for free from Drake & Associates. Just text Bucky to 262-600-2782. That's Bucky to 262-600-2782. Our retirement-ready roadmap is your playbook for financial success. Let's slam dunk your retirement goals together, because at Drake & Associates, we're your winning strategy for a financial game plan.
Drake & Associates is an independent investment advisory firm that offers different investment vehicles. All insurance products are backed by the issuing insurance company. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Wisconsin Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Looking for a fan favorite at your tailgate? Pork has you covered. Not only is it nutritious and delicious, but pork's got that flavor that your family expects. Firing up the grill? Try chops, brats, and ribs. Making appetizers or finger foods? Add bacon, ground, or shredded pork. Visit WPPA.org for recipe inspiration and to learn where you can source local pork. Wisconsin Pork Association is proud to support the Badgers and our farmers all year round, and you should too. Brought to you by Wisconsin's Pig Farmers.
An elegant, intimate experience in fine dining is right here at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge features choice cuts of Angus beef and fresh seafood prepared to perfection over an open flame grill, complemented by an extensive selection of fine wines and signature martinis. A passion for detail in exceptional dining. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Open Thursday through Sunday. Call and make your reservations today.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Wisconsin. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Time now for our halftime conversation. Alongside Brian Butch, I'm Matt LePay. This is that stretch. We've talked about it, Butchie. 4 out of 5 on the road. They got Northwestern ahead. A lot of things to think about. Yes, the travel isn't bad. Greg's been really good about that. Guys are getting paid now, but there's still things with your body that you have to be aware of now, don't you?
Yeah, and I think the approach from Greg is right. As a coach, that's the messaging. As a player, it still hurts. And whether you're making money or not, it doesn't matter. As a pro, it took me 4 or 5 years of being a professional to understand what I needed to do to make sure that my body felt the way it needed to feel, the right way with all the travel and everything. So I think that's one of those things when you look at this stretch, even though there's longer time in between everybody and everything else, it fits what, where you're trying to go, and it is a challenge. So how do you get over it? How do you make sure you recover? And then mentally, how do you make sure that your body's ready to do what you're asking it to do?
And guys, through the years, I think you're one of those. You enjoy the road environments too, like you against the world, whatever. But the more juice in the building, a lot of times, the better. Right?
No question. I mean, you look at tonight's game. You look at coming up at Northwestern. You're going to look at Purdue, at Iowa, even though Iowa's struggling. Those are all great environments to bring some extra energy that sometimes you're trying to look for. When you're on the road a lot, you're looking for any reason to get that extra juice, and having that away crowd really does bring some more to you.
All right, we'll have more of our halftime conversation coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
The big game. Family, friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
Wisconsin fans, it's Matzo Matt for Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza. Badger games are intense, high energy, and an experience like no other. Games like that need a high-quality, go-all 4 quarters frozen pizza, and you'll find that in a Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza. Loaded with the best meat and veggie toppings, then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. It's a top-tier pizza, proud to support a top-tier program. So the next time you're visiting your favorite local grocery store and you're in the frozen pizza section, look for the pizza loaded with cheese, a Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
An elegant, intimate experience in fine dining is right here at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge features choice cuts of Angus beef and fresh seafood prepared to perfection over an open flame grill. Complemented by an extensive selection of fine wines and signature martinis. A passion for detail in exceptional dining. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Open Thursday through Sunday. Call and make your reservations today.
Our halftime conversation continues, and our chat with Brian Butch continues. Northwestern coming up Saturday afternoon down at Welsh Ryan Arena. That place, we were talking on the way down here, that has become a legitimately tough environment, which if you're casual, you're going, what? But they really did a nice job with Welsh Ryan Arena.
Well, the remodel's fantastic. You've got the students on both ends, then they bring a lot of really good energy. Here's the other thing. Northwestern's had some really good players, too.
Oh, by the way.
Which that also plays a factor. You can create as much of an environment as you want, but if you don't have good players, you're not going to really have much of it. So they've got some really good players. Brooke Barnheiser, Nick Martinelli, these guys have really stepped up for that team, especially when you lose Boo Buie. Who's going to step up? Who's going to take that next step? Those guys have. I think Leach, their point guard, is, continuing to get better, play better, understand that role. It's not Boo Buie's role, but it's his role, and he's fitting into that well. So, and they've got a big, their bigs do a good job of being very, very, great role players, knowing what they do, roll to the front of the rim, go up for lobs. And then I think the last part about it, which makes Northwestern obviously the environment, the atmosphere, but it's also their style of play. They slow it down, they grind you out, they guard on that end, they run really good offensive sets to make sure they're putting their star players in positions to have success, and they've done it. I mean, we look at even this Maryland team. They go there, they lose in overtime to Northwestern. So it's a very tough one. Not that you look past Maryland as we got another half here still to go, but it's one of those that realistically, like Northwestern is a really, really tough matchup.
All right, that is our halftime conversation. Coming up, we'll check out some of the first half stats presented by Ho-Chunk Gaming. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Are you seeking a better career? Rail Transport offers truck drivers a variety of driving jobs earning top wages. No CDL? No problem. Get paid to get your CDL with Rail's on-the-job paid training program. We're also seeking top talent for driver and customer support positions. To see all the career opportunities at Rail and how you can take home more and be home more, visit rail.jobs. That's rail.jobs. Rail Transport is a proud sponsor of the Badgers.
Let's have brats for dinner.
Whoa, maybe not.
Hi, this is Fritz Usinger. Your home freezer can begin to suck moisture and flavor out of improperly packaged food products within a matter of days. That's why at Usinger's, we flash freeze our brats and then vacuum seal them to lock in flavor and seal out air. Just put them in your freezer, and when you're ready for a Usinger brat, drop the package in a bowl of water, and in 15 minutes, they're ready to grill. Remember, if it has the ELF on the label, you've got quality on your table.
To be a Badger, it takes dedication, perseverance, and an unstoppable drive for excellence. Our team at UW Health Sports Medicine is no different. We bring the same fierce Badger spirit to every surgery, therapy, and training, working tirelessly to keep Wisconsin's athletes at the top of their game. Whether it's nailing the game-winning shot or delivering top-tier care, UW-Madison and UW Health are a dream team committed to achieving greatness. Together, we don't just deliver, we dominate. UW Health. Remarkable.
At the half, Maryland leads Wisconsin 32-31 as we check out some of the first half stats brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming. Well, the Badgers in the first half, 38.5% for the field, 10 of 26, 10 buckets. 6 of them have been threes, 6 of 16, 5 of 9 at the free throw line. Maryland has made a third of its 33 shots, 5 of 13 from the arc, 5 of 7 at the foul line. Rebounds are even at 20. 6 offensive boards for the Terps, leading to 7 second chance points. 4 offensive boards, 4 second chance points for the Badgers. Wisconsin in the first half, 6 assists and 8 turnovers. Maryland with 5 assists and 4 first half turnovers. 32-31 Maryland at the break. Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison and Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, proud casino partners of UW Athletics. Before we throw to another commercial break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10 for an ID. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield. Julian Reese with 9 points, leading the way for Maryland. He is 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 at the foul line. John Tangier has 11 to pace Wisconsin, 4 of 8 from the floor, 3 of 5 from long range. Maryland 32, Wisconsin 31. This is the halftime report brought to you by Culver's. The second half is next. This is Badger Basketball from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D, that means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Second half about to begin. Maryland 32, Wisconsin 31. Badgers briefly led by 7. Maryland's longest lead just 3 points. So as we might have expected, pretty tight throughout, at least through the first half of play. We mentioned at the end of the half, the Badgers have, on rare occasion this season, have gone a little 1-3-1. It's stuff they work on in practice, and you're thinking, are they going to use it again? They did at the end of the half, and it was a good defense to dial up.
Well, it was, and it one that Maryland probably didn't prep a whole lot for because Wisconsin hasn't been in a lot. You saw by that last shot, which was an air ball, it worked, and I think that was a good time to put it in there if you're Wisconsin. Badgers did not get a bucket over the last 3.5 minutes of the first half, and yet still find themselves down just 1 at 32-31. Original starting 5, John Tonje and John Blackwell, both out there with 2 fouls. Crow, Winter, and Klesman rounding out the 5, and it's the original 5 for the Terrapins. Rice and Gillespie, along with Miguel, Reese, and Derek Queen. As we are set to go, Maryland will have the first possession of the second half, and we'll go to our right as we view it, our broadcast location right by the Wisconsin bench. Badgers play at Northwestern Saturday afternoon. The Wildcats and Rutgers will tip off in about an hour at Welsh Ryan Arena in Evanston. 1 o'clock tip time Saturday afternoon. Our coverage will start at noon. And here we go. Second half underway. 32-31 Maryland. Jacoby Gillespie. And the Terps moving to our right. Rodney Rice outside right. Klesman defends. Out to Miguel. Open 3. Left of the circle. Good. That's his third 3 of the game, and he was clear for that shot. And Wisconsin just gets sucked in there too much.
35-31 Maryland, opening minutes, second half. First possession for the Badgers, moving to our left. Klesman at the top, Rice defends, Max, right lane line, and a whistle and a foul called on Rice. That'll be his first of the half on the Terrapins.
And how do you match the physicality? Drive, play off 2 feet, you've always got the release behind you.
Blackwell, baseline right, inbounds, gets the return handoff from Crow. Now Winter throws to Blackwell, right side, inside to Crow. Backing, right of the lane, turns baseline. Winter trying to flash, doesn't get loose. Blackwell dribbles off the right wing, and the lane goes up in traffic. It rolls in for the first points tonight for John Blackwell. 35-33 Maryland, 50 seconds into the second half. Jacoby Gillespie behind the right, feeds Reese at the top, turns to Miguel, outside left, Tonje defends, a pass for Rice, snaps off a 3 left of the circle, missed it.
And he did.
He did. Klesman with the foul, and that is a 3-shot foul. First on Max, first of the half on Wisconsin, and Rodney Rice, an 84% free throw shooter, will step to the line for 3. Nolan Winter had a 3-shot foul, sent him to the line in the first half, made 2 out of 3. Rice will splash the first. He has 6 points in the game, averages 12.5 per.
That's a foul. Reminds me of when Wisconsin played Marquette. There's a couple of those jump shooting fouls that just, in a game that is so tight and so close.
Second free throw rolls off the right side iron. He has split the first 2. Rodney Rice with the third and final free throw. 36-33 Maryland, 1 minute into the second half. Free throw is on the way, and that rattles out no good. Winter the rebound, so a bit of a dodge there for Wisconsin. As Rice missing 2 out of 3. Here's John Blackwell to the front court. Throwing to Crow, rotates Klesman right wing. Max dribbling against Selton Miguel, kills it, feeds Tonje, wraps it to Winter left of the circle, leaves it for Blackwell to the top. Gets it to Crow, refeeds Blackwell. Gillespie defends, set on the shot clock. Winter left of the lane, backing on Derek Queen. Backing, got by him, and he'll lay it up and in. Little spin from Nolan Winter. And the Badgers are within 1. 36-35 Maryland, a minute 35 into the second half. Jacoby Gillespie, left-hand hip-high dribble. He'll toss it to Rodney Rice. Covered up by Klesman. Rice off the screen of Derek Queen. Throws to Queen in the lane. Wild shot. No, they'll get an offensive basket interference there on Reese. So offensive basket interference ends the possession for the Terrapins. Badgers now with a chance to regain the lead. 36-35 Maryland. We're a minute 40 into the second half.
And offensively, keep moving the ball side to side. It's sticking just a little bit right now.
Klesman, right wing against Rice. Works to the baseline, throws to Winter, feeding Crowell between the circles. Stevie moves to the left wing. Bounce past Tanjay. He's against Selton Miguel. Tanjay muscling his way into the paint. Tough shot. Missed it, but a foul. He knew he was going to draw the contact. He did. And John Tanjay will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Still don't love that offensive possession.
Mm-hmm.
Like it stayed on one side. It did get one reversal, but then it was a one-on-one play. When they're moving it and they're sharing it, that's when this offense is really clicking.
Tanjay, better than 92% at the free throw line. Hits the first. Selton Miguel, by the way, called for that foul. That's his second. Second free throw coming up for Tanjay. This game is tied at 36. It is tied no longer as Tanjay hits them both. 37-36 Wisconsin. 2:10 gone in the second half. Jacoby Gillespie hands off to Rice. An illegal screen on the dribble handoff as Klesman got clocked there as a turnover for Maryland on the offensive foul.
And again, they get that call a whole bunch. Why? Because it's taught every single day, and it was. I mean, it 100% was.
Jacoby Gillespie with his first foul. And 3 team fouls already on Maryland in the second half. We're 2 minutes and 40 seconds into it. Blackwell throwing to Crowell, right of the circle. Works right wing. They left him open. He'll take the three. Hits the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Tanjay. John left of the lane. Pivots. Pumps. Ducks it inside. Scoops it up. No good. Rebound tip. Gathered by Derek Queen. Missed opportunity for the Badgers. 37-36 Wisconsin. 17-20 left in the game. Here's Rodney Rice. Bounces to Derek Queen. Left of the lane. And a whistle. And a foul is called. They will
call
get
foul.
Nolan Winter.
Yeah, and the second half, it's been called a little bit tighter.
Yeah, it is. Much different than the first few minutes of the game, for sure. Inbounds pass to Julian Reese, left wing. Hands off to Gillespie. Chased by Blackwell. Rocks the dribble. Tries the three. Hits the back of the rim. No good. And the rebound to Max Klesman of Wisconsin. Klesman right side of the front court. Feeds Nolan Winter and tried to go before he got possession. Lost it. Diving for it. Tipped it to Blackwell. Feeds Tanjay. Slam dunk. A broken play turns into a dunk. Quickly the other way. Gillespie on the right side. 39-36 Wisconsin. 16:48 remaining. Jacoby Gillespie to the top of the circle. Now in the lane. Pulls. Pops from 10. Off the rim. No good. Tipped up. No. Rebound batted around. A scramble for it. And it goes off of Reese and out of bounds to Wisconsin.
I tell you, 50-50 balls have been going Wisconsin's way. Obviously, they get the loose ball on the offensive end. Score on that. There was another 50-50 ball that goes their way.
Nolan Winter comes out. Coming into the game is Carter Gilmore. Jay Young in the lineup for the Terrapins. Tafara Gapari as well. 16:37 to play. Badgers lead 39-36. There's Blackwell to the front court. He was crowded by Jay Young. Klesman bounces into Crowell. Left block, draws the double, retreats, bounces Blackwell. One rhythm dribble, 3-shot left pocket, book it. Blackwell with his first triple of the game. 42-36 Wisconsin. 16:15 remaining. Jay Young high on the left. I think they want a timeout, and they will get it. Timeout, Maryland. This will be a full timeout as the Badgers now with a 6-point lead, courtesy of a 9-point run. Menards is a proud sponsor of Wisconsin Athletics and reminds everyone to save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. 16:12 to play. Wisconsin 42, Maryland 36. This is Badger basketball from Learfield. Join the Wisconsin Department of Corrections and make a positive impact on lives across the state. Enjoy an excellent state benefits package and a nationally ranked pension program. The Wisconsin DOC is hiring social workers starting at $30 per hour, providing counseling and programming services, including substance use disorder programming to those in our care. To learn more and to apply, go to wisc.jobs. That's WISC.jobs.
basketball fans, Mott's Matt for Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza here. As much as our Badgers are a staple to our great state of Wisconsin, Brew Pub pizzas are a staple as the in-game meal of choice. Brew Pub pizzas are loaded with quality meat and veggie toppings, then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning mozzarella cheese, made right here in Wisconsin. Each Brew Pub pizza is a swish of delish. So stop by your local grocer today and snag one and enjoy two of Wisconsin's favorite things, Badger basketball and Brew Pub pizzas. The ingredients for a great time.
Hey Badger fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Wisconsin basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Wisconsin Badgers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
The 2025 Wisconsin football schedule is here, and you should be too. Season tickets are on sale now, so don't miss your chance to jump around at Camp Randall Stadium this fall. Last year, 6 of 7 home games were sellouts, proof that there's nothing like game day with the Badgers. Secure your spot for marquee matchups against Ohio State, Washington, and Iowa, and enjoy the best value to see Wisconsin football in action. For more information and to get your season tickets, visit ewbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS. Transportation reminds you to always drive sober. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. The Badgers on a 9-point run, 16-12 remaining. Wisconsin 42, Maryland 36.
And really, what end has it been? It's obviously we talk about the offense there, but defensively they've been locked in. They've guarded. Again, like coming out of the halftime to get off to the start that Wisconsin has, you've got to be really impressed.
Very much so. And they had a couple plays looked like we're going to blow up on them, and they kept going. It's an old line, you keep playing hard, and they've done that. And a broken play ended up in a John Tonje dunk.
Right, and it was the 50-50 balls. It was the energy coming out. I mean, that's really, you can dissect everything. You can say it's this and that, but bottom line is right now, Wisconsin's just playing harder.
Kevin Willard burning a timeout. He has 2 available. And a long way to go. Selton Miguel, sideline left, front court will inbound. Tonje gives him a little space. They get it inbounds to Jay Young. Young against Blackwell, feeds Miguel. Another 3, deep 3, good again. He's hit 4 of them. This one from left of the circle.
Yeah, that was a good ATO. I mean, it was just a good play drawn up by Kevin Willard there coming out of the timeout.
4 minutes gone, second half, 42-39 Wisconsin. Klesman outside left. Rodney Rice checking, and Max on the drive. Down the lane, powers it up, and no, but a foul is called. This will be assessed to Rodney Rice. That'll be his second. Badgers wanted a goaltending, or at least
they
a shooting
shot. This is going to call down, and it's going to go to the 16 media timeout, but they're going to call this on the floor.
Wow. Seemed like a no-brainer. That was maybe I had my Badger goggles on. We'll check it out. We have the under 16 media timeout. Wisconsin basketball brought to you by Rail Transport, offering exceptional transportation services, truck driving jobs, CDL training, and so much more across Wisconsin. Learn more at rail.jobs. 15:51 remaining. Wisconsin 42, Maryland 39. This is Badger basketball from Learfield.
Need reliable waste and recycling services? Choose LRS. Driven by service and dedicated to sustainability. We're your partner in efficient waste management. Need more? We also offer convenient dumpster rentals and clean portable restrooms for any event or project. Trust LRS for all your waste needs. Visit lrsrecycles.com to sign up for service. That's lrsrecycles.com.
Join the Wisconsin Department of Corrections and make a positive impact on lives across the state. Enjoy an excellent state benefits package and a nationally ranked pension program. The Wisconsin DOC is currently hiring correctional officers with a starting pay of over $33 per hour, plus scheduled increases and plenty of advancement opportunities. Plus, hourly rates increase for those hired for medium and maximum security positions. To learn more and apply, go to wisc.jobs. That's WISC.jobs. The 2025 Wisconsin football schedule is here, and you should be too. Season tickets are on sale now, so don't miss your chance to jump around at Camp Randall Stadium this fall. Last year, 6 of 7 home games were sellouts, proof that there's nothing like game day with the Badgers. Secure your spot for marquee matchups against Ohio State, Washington, and Iowa, and enjoy the best value to see Wisconsin football in action. For more information and to get your season tickets, visit uwbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Basketball brought to you in part by UW Health Sports Medicine. The healthcare team for the Badgers are proud sponsors of UW Athletics. 15 minutes, 51 seconds to play. Wisconsin 42, Maryland 39. One of the fun traditions in college basketball, up in the wall, the student section to our left. The flag.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, the flag comes down.
You know, they play the music. I'm thinking Ric Flair is going to come out of the tunnel.
Next.
Going to go style and profile.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mentioned that, huh?
Well, I'm not a big Ric Flair guy. I'm just a woo guy. You know what I mean? I can give you the woo every once in a while.
Attaboy.
That's about all I can do. I don't know what else he's done, but woo.
Hey, Lance Allen, he'll fill you in.
Yeah, too much for
Wisconsin ball. Inbounding will be John Blackwell, as they did call that non-shooting. Inbounds pass to Carter Gilmore. Feeds Crowell. Flips it to Blackwell near the midcourt logo. Blackwell with 5 points in the second half. He did not score in the first. Drives left lane line. Stops, pivots, muscles it up, blocked. It comes down to Rodney Rice. Rice on the move. Bounces to Shelton Miguel, who's hit 4 threes in the game. Turns it back out to Rice. Feeds Reese, hands it back to Rodney Rice, and he lets it go. Right foul line extended. Dances off the rim and in. Shooter's bounce for Rice. 42-41 Wisconsin. Maryland scored the last 5 points. 15-18 remaining. Tanjay against pressure against Miguel. Brings it across the mid-stripe. Being hounded along the right sideline. Pivots, gets rid of it to Gilmore. Caught her between the circles. Maryland starting to contest everything again. Max Klesman high on the left. Gilmore the screen. Max stops the dribble. Feeds Blackwell. Back to Klesman. Bounces to Gilmore left block. Moving in on Julian Reese. Shakes, turns up right hand. Sweet. Carter Gilmore's first points. 44-41 Wisconsin.
Seems like he does that. Every game there's a possession where Carter has to bail his team out.
And he just did. 14:45 remaining. Jay Young sets the floor for the Terrapins. He'll throw it to Miguel, right side. Quick cover from Tanjay at the right point. A pass back to Young. Shot clock at 15. Plenty of time. Miguel off the Reese screen. Miguel shuffles baseline right. 15-footer. Short. Rebound Crowell for Wisconsin. 44-41 Wisconsin with 14:20 remaining. John Blackwell out high. Curls around a Crowell screen. Throws it to Stevie. Flips it back to Blackwell high on the right. Blackwell shovels it to Carter Gilmore. Inside feed. Crowell catches. Left block. Moves in. Offensive foul. Tafara Gapari taking the hit. Crowell with his second foul.
That's 3 offensive fouls in this game.
Yeah, he pushed again, extended that left arm.
And it was.
It's a pretty easy call. I know the Badger bench isn't happy, but take a look at the replay.
They're going to want, and the reason you're hearing the boo, and again, they're trying to review this, or the fans are wanting to review it. This is just a common foul. It's what it is.
Kevin Willard campaigning. That's what coaches do. 14:09 remaining. 44-41 Wisconsin. And here comes Jacoby Gillespie. 6 first half points for him. He averages 14.5 a game. Gillespie out front. Loops it to Rodney Rice at the right point. Bounce past Julian Reese. Reese backing right block. Draws the double. Up left hand. Good. He gets to his left, and that's trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
44-43 Wisconsin. 13:45 remaining. Kamari McGee right side of the front court for the Badgers against Jacoby Gillespie. McGee flips it to Tanjay. Working way above the three-point line. Gilmore between the circles. Gilmore dribbles to the left wing. Shot clock at 10. Nolan Winter turns right side to Tanjay. Tanjay against Gillespie. Fights into the lane, pushed it up, no tip, no rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Rodney Rice.
But that tip, it was going to be a shot clock violation.
Yes.
That tip hit the rim to reset it, and then all of a sudden, Maryland gets the ball, but it gets knocked away. It stays with Wisconsin.
13:20 remaining, 44-43 the Badgers. Kamari McGee, baseline left, will inbound. Puts it into Winter, back to Kamari, steps back, snaps off a three, left corner, and it hits the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, back tap from Gilmore to Tanjay. Another opportunity here for Wisconsin. Carter Gilmore throwing to Nolan Winter, high on the left, flips it to McGee, trying to turn the corner. Top of the circle, McGee probing, driving in the lane, goes up, and that's swatted away.
And
Reese throws it off of McGee, who had flown out of bounds. Let's see, did it hit McGee first or did it hit the floor first? They say it hit the floor first. That was bang, bang. Or maybe Reese might have stepped on the baseline.
I think Reese stepped out of bounds is what they're saying.
Ooh.
Oh, and I don't think so.
We have 13 minutes remaining. The officials now talking about it. Can't review it. Still way too much time. It's the final 2 minutes. And we have 13 minutes remaining, and they get together, get the shot clock right.
They were talking about the shot clock more than anything.
Yeah, which is at 20. And Kamari McGee will inbound. Extended possession. We'll see if Wisconsin can pay it off. McGee throwing to Gilmore. Flips to John Blackwell off the left wing, and he got wrapped up by Rodney Rice before the shot. That's the third foul on Rice and the fifth on Maryland with 12:53 remaining. 44-43, Wisconsin.
Really good offensive possession here by Wisconsin. Obviously have had some things go their way, but just continued to fight on this possession.
Deshaun Harris-Smith coming in for the Terps, replacing Rodney Rice, who sits down with that third foul. Rice, the first player either side to have 3 fouls. Inbounds pass, Winter, hands it back to McGee. Nice Carter Gilmore high on the right, goes into Blackwell, goes through the lane, right to left. Reese is there defensively. Now Blackwell dribbles in the lane, fadeaway, left lane line jumper, no good. Whistle and a foul called. I think they're going to get, let's see who they get here. It's on Wisconsin.
Nolan Winter.
Yeah. That'll be his second. So a long possession, but nothing to show for it for the Badgers. Max Klesmit set to re-enter. He will come in for Blackwell. 12:41 to play, 44-43 Wisconsin. Badgers, after a hot streak now, have missed their last 4 shots. Jacoby Gillespie around a Ghaffari screen, left of the circle. He'll throw to Harris-Smith, right foul line extended. Bounces Julian Reese. He's against Winter, turns baseline, and is fouled by Nolan Winter. That will be the second, or rather the third, on Winter. And team foul number 5. Both teams with 5 fouls. Crowell in for Winter. Xavier Amos will check in for Carter Gilmore.
And the official, the whistle, has been tighter the second half.
Yep.
From the start of it.
12:26 to play. Badgers up 1, 44-43 as Gillespie will inbound. Baseline right. Loops it into Ghaffari. Top of the circle. Hands off Shelton Miguel. Miguel with a feed for Harris-Smith, right wing. Tossed it back to Miguel. He's with Xavier Amos. Miguel's had a hot hand tonight, rocking the dribble to the free throw line, leaning, shooting an air ball, trying to save it as Reese spiked it off the floor, gathered by Ghaffari, tries a 3. That's an air ball and a shot clock violation.
And Wisconsin's battling here, man. I mean, offensively,
really
you see that last possession. They got 3 or 4 of them. That one there just going back and forth, defensively flying all over.
Not for the meek this game tonight.
No, but you knew that going into it.
Absolutely. John Tanjay up the floor for the Badgers. 12 minutes to play, 44-43 Wisconsin. Amos flips it to Klesmit on the left side around an X screen. A feed to Crowell, refeeds Max. Max right-hand dribble to the line, and he got fouled by Ghaffari. Otherwise, that's a clear path to the bucket there. The foul on Tafara Ghaffari is his third, and we've got a break in the action. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 20 25. 11:49 remaining. Wisconsin 44, Maryland 43. This is Badger basketball from Learfield.
Hey Badger fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Wisconsin basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Wisconsin Badgers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey, Badger fans, you want your family to be warm and comfortable during the brutal Wisconsin winters, right? That's why it's good to know the knowledgeable, friendly dealers at Bryan Heating and Cooling, who will do whatever it takes to keep your furnace running efficiently, no matter what the weather throws at you. Plus, score up to $2,600 in tax credits on qualifying Bryan systems, and ask about local rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. That's Bryant.com. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
I'm Sawyer. And I'm Shannon. Together, we're Twin Stunts, the only twin motorcycle freestyle show in the world. We are born and raised in Wisconsin, so we want all our fellow cheeseheads to know that even though we clutch it up, hit 12, and drift in our show, we would never do it on the open road. And there's another thing we would never do on the road. Drive drunk. Drive sober, or get pulled over. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
American Family Insurance is the official insurance partner of UW Athletics. Visit amfam.com/Badgers all season long for exclusive contents, Badger fan sweepstakes, and more. 11 minutes and 49 seconds to play. Wisconsin 44, Maryland 43. That last foul, by the way, is team foul number 6 on Maryland. Badgers have 5. And Butchie, we are seeing this Wisconsin team really, again, dig in on the defensive end of the floor, aren't we?
Well, they're digging in defensively, and they're playing together. I've said that a lot, but they really are helping each other so much. And then offensively, only one turnover is the offensive foul on Steve. But, again, that's why this team is sticking in on this thing. That's why they've got the lead, is they're doing all the things they need to do. They're following that scouting report. Now, you can't fall into what Maryland wants and have these quick turnovers in the one-point game. Just stay solid in what you're doing. You're giving yourself a chance here in what is a really tough game.
John Tonje will inbound. You got 20 on the shot clock. Tonje sideline left front court. Badgers in the second half, 5 of 12 for the field. Terps 4 out of 10. Tonje will inbound it to Crowell. Flips to Xavier Amos between the circles. Kapari defending him. Bounce pass to Tonje, posting on Gillespie. Right of the lane, moves in, short jumper, good for John Tonje. And it's 46-43, Wisconsin, 11:35 remaining. Jacoby Gillespie outside left. High screen, Kapari. Gillespie takes the dribble to the right side, flips to Kapari, turns left side on the wing for Deshaun Harris-Smith. Left of the lane on Tonje, backs, pumps, up, no, rebound. Crowell just went up and ripped it away. Here comes Max Klesman up the right side of the front court. Max off the Xavier Amos screen, picked up by Kapari on the right wing. Klesman locking the dribble, takes it off the wing, in the lane, pivots. He finds a cutting Kamari McGee low in the right. Nice feed and finish.
What did I say the first half? The backdoor cuts were going to be there. That's exactly what Kamari McGee did. They're so aggressive, Maryland is, that it's available.
48-43 Wisconsin with 10:50 remaining. Harris-Smith out front. He'll throw to Gillespie on the right wing. McGee defends. Gillespie throws to Kapari. A flip for Miguel. Miguel chased by Klesman. Top of the circle. Whips it to Harris-Smith. And a 3 in the air. Left side is good. Deshaun Harris-Smith is now 5 for 23 this season from the three-point line.
18%.
You tip your cap to him there. 48-46 Wisconsin. A step-back 3. Tonje. And that's wide left. An air ball out of bounds to Maryland. And John will hear it the rest of the night.
Yeah,
but he's not a rookie. I think he'll handle it.
He's not a rookie. He'll handle it, but the possession wasn't a good one.
No, it was not. We'll see John Blackwell come back in for Wisconsin. Tonje will come out. Probably not for long. 10:21 to play. 48-46 Wisconsin. And Jacoby Gillespie up the floor for the Terrapins. Gets instructions from his head coach, Kevin Willard. Gillespie out high. High screen, Derek Queen. Gillespie kills the dribble. Throws to Queen at the free throw line. He's against McGee. Out to Gillespie for 3. Right of the circle. Straight through. And Maryland grabs the lead again, 49-48 with 10 minutes to play.
Wisconsin switched that middle pick and roll, and that's where the mismatch happened.
John Blackwell through the midcourt low, go to the front court, throws to Xavier Amos. He's driving, now stops, finds Klesmit, pass behind him. Max runs it down, now double teamed. He's in some trouble, skips it to McGee, goes up and gets it, left corner. Here's Kamari, backing, lost his balance, and it's knocked away, and it's last touch by Maryland, Deshaun Harris-Smith. That's a break for Wisconsin. Still just 6 seconds on the shot clock as Carter Gilmore will come in to replace Xavier Amos.
We talked about it in the first half. We'll talk about it again here. End line out of bounds. Wisconsin got a lot better here with 6 seconds. Now, the problem with this one is this is a deep, deep corner.
Yeah, it is. Left sideline just near the corner. 6 on the shot clock.
And this is something you rep in practice. Situations like this. This is part of your situational practices.
Klesmit looking into Crowell, left of the lane, 4 to shoot. Kamari with 3. 3 in the air. McGee. It's off the back of the rim. No good. The rebound to Derek Queen. Outlet Jacoby Gillespie. Up the left sideline. Gillespie takes it off the wing. Jump pass. Rodney Rice cuts off the right wing. Rice stops left elbow. Gets it to Harris-Smith. They work it out to Gillespie. Now it's Gillespie on the right side. Bounces to Derek Queen. Spinning in the lane. Turns it back out. Extra pass Rice. Left corner 3 is good. Excellent ball movement on that possession. Gray's going to need one. Maryland leads by 4. And a timeout taken by Greg Gard as the Terps on a run right now. They lead at 52-48. 30-second timeout taken by the Badgers as we'll keep it here.
And what Maryland's doing to get this look is they're going with the high pick and roll with Queen and with Rice. And Wisconsin sucked in, played it the way they wanted to because Queen rolled, so he's in the paint. You have to have collapse. Maryland just sprayed it out really quickly. Yep. It was good offense by Maryland.
Very good.
I'm not saying it was it was bad defense by Wisconsin in that possession. The only thing I could critique a little bit there is the closeout might have been just a little slow. But I'm being really picky on that one. It's just better offense.
9-point run, courtesy of back-to-back-to-back threes. Deshaun Harris-Smith, Jacoby Gillespie, and a moment ago, Rodney Rice. Both teams have 2 timeouts available. 9:01 remaining. Maryland 52, Wisconsin 48.
Now, next foul, Wisconsin gets to the bonus. They've got to stay aggressive here, understanding what you have. You're the best free throw shooting team in the country.
John Tonje back in the game. He'll inbound, sideline right front court. Gets it into Kamari McGee. High screen Gilmore. McGee throws to Gilly, right of the circle. Bounces to Crowell. He's with Reese. Crowell mid-post right. Backing. Now the double from Queen. A flip to McGee. Kamari right corner. Gillespie on him tight. Shot clock at 10. Blackwell for 3 straight away. Too long, no good. Rebound Gillespie. And Maryland on the run. Gillespie feeds Queen, and the wraparound layup is good, going left to right.
That last possession, you don't need that 3.
6-point lead, longest of the night for Maryland with 8.5 minutes to play. 54-48 the Terrapins. Gilmore throwing to McGee in the left wing. Kamari with a pass for Stephen Crowell at the top. Crowell leaves it for Tonje on the right side. Tonje feeds Crowell, 10 to shoot. Here's Blackwell, baseline left, driving, goes to the rim, and the layup is good for Blackwell on the attack.
Much better, right? Instead of that 3, now all of a sudden you score the bucket, you get to the rim.
54-50 Maryland with 8 minutes remaining. Jacoby Gillespie sets the floor. A screen from Julian Reese. Throws it to Reese. Left elbow. Dribbles in the lane. Goes to the rim. Shot blocked by Crowell. Comes down to Derek Queen. Right block. Turns up left hand. Off the rim. No good. Crowell the rebound for Wisconsin. And here comes Blackwell for the Badgers. Quickly to the front court. Blackwell to the line. Down the lane. Stops. Pumps. Out the crowd for 3 straight on. And it's a rounded out. No good. Rebound Derek Queen of Maryland.
Good possession.
It was. Just went around and out. 7:30 to play. 54-50 Maryland. Gillespie outside right. Walks the dribble to the center circle. He's against Tonje. The screen from Derek Queen. Screen and roll. Queen catches low on the left. Goes up. Blocked by Crowell again. And diving to the floor is Gilmore. Saves it to Crowell. And now on the run. Here's Blackwell to McGee. Low in the right. Layup. No good. No foul call. Will go the other way. Here's Gillespie feeding Rice. 1 dribble. 3 in the air is good. What a turn of events right there. 57-50 Maryland. McGee the other way. Feeds Blackwell. John to the line. Down the lane to the rim. And they call a foul before the shot. They're going to get Rodney Rice, I believe, here for the foul. They do. That is his fourth. We have the under-8 media timeout. With over 1,300 slot machines and a 95% average payout, Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison is your hometown big win. Make your next night out a winning one at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. 6:57 remaining. Maryland 57, Wisconsin 50. This is Badger basketball from Learfield.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey Badger fans, it's Matzo Matt for Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizza. Basketball season is here, and there's nothing that beats sitting and listening to a Badger game while enjoying a delicious Brew Pub pizza. Every game-winning shot and every sweet alley-oop deserves a pizza that's just as amazing, and you'll find that in a Brew Pub lots of matzo pizza. Loaded with high-quality meat and veggie toppings, then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub pizzas are a swish of delish. Snag one today from your local grocery store or during home games in the concession stand at the Kohl Center.
I'm Sawyer. And I'm Shannon. Together, we're Twin Stunts, the only twin motorcycle freestyle show in the world. We are born and raised in Wisconsin, so we want all our fellow cheeseheads to know that even though we clutch it up, hit 12, and drift in our show, we would never do it on the open road. And there's another thing we would never do on the road. Drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the number one selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hot hand from the three-point line tonight. 6 of 8 in the second half. 11 of 21 for the game. 6:57 remaining. Maryland 57, Wisconsin 50. But the Badgers now in the bonus as Blackwell got fouled going into that immediate timeout.
In a game like this, that is so crucial. You knew it was going to be a tight game. Every possession matters, right? John, last 3 possessions has touched it. First one was a 3, missed it. Maryland gets the long rebound. They're going in transition. They bang a 3. Next 2 possessions, John drives and gets the basket.
1-and-1 for Blackwell. Front end is good. We'll talk about how the game can swing, though. Kamari McGee inside, couldn't quite finish. If he did, it's a 2-point game. Rice at the other end bangs a 3, and instead of being down 2, you're down 7. Just like that. Now it's 6 as Blackwell hit the front end of the 1-and-1. Second free throw, too hard, no good. Rebound, Gillespie.
Wisconsin's going to look at the free throw line, too, when you look at what they've done. 8 of 13.
Maryland leads by 6, 6:48 remaining. Harris Smith up top, throws to Queen, left elbow, puts it on the deck, in the lane, goes up, around it out, no good, tipped up, no. Rebound, tapped to Klesman. And here comes Max, right sideline to the front court for the Badgers, 57-51 Maryland. Max working off screens from Winter and Crowell. A throw to Winter high on the right, darts it into Crowell, right block, shakes, up, over Reese, and it's off the rim. No, tipped up. Yes, it counts. And a foul. Big Stevie stays with it, and it's an and 1 for the big man.
I'm going to say this, man. This game has a similar feel to the Illinois game. Very similar feel. Difference, Steve Kroll on that possession shows the aggressiveness, right? Like goes through, fights through the contact, misses it, gets the rebound, gets the free throw line.
Miguel the foul, Crowell the free throw, it's good, and it's now 57-54 Maryland with 6:25 remaining here in College Park. Jacoby Gillespie to the front court for the Terps, standing at the center circle, throws to Miguel. Outside on the left, Miguel in the lane, kicks it to Harris Smith, turns along the right, shot blocked again by Crowell, and it comes out to Deshaun Harris Smith. Boy, Crowell doing some work with the shot blocks here tonight. Now Gillespie open for three, right side. That's way off the mark, an air ball. Caught weak side by Klesman. Lead feed Winter, running the rim, and the layup is good. Nolan Winter pulls the Badgers within one. 57-56 Maryland, 5:48 remaining. Jacoby Gillespie gives off to Julian Reese. Left of the circle, hands off Gillespie around the Reese screen. Gillespie pumps, 14-footer in the lane is good. Gillespie with 11, 59-56 Maryland, 5.5 minutes remaining. John Blackwell outside right, left-hand dribble. Stops left elbow, throws to Winter. Darts it inside, Crowell will catch. Mid-post right, Reese defends and walk with the ball. A double was coming from Derek Queen. And they say Crowell shuffled, and another turnover for Wisconsin. That's 10 tonight.
And I didn't see that. And I'm going to have to see the replay on that one. If he did travel, it wasn't an obvious one.
Only the second turnover of the half for Wisconsin. 59-56 Maryland with 5:13 remaining. Deshaun Harris-Smith sets the floor. Throwing to Gillespie. Left of the circle around the Reese screen. Reese to the top. Right lane line into Reese. Low on the left. Goes up, in, and one. And another one of those turn of events.
It is. And they've gone with that middle pick and roll. And obviously, it's something Maryland has done a lot this year because they have two really good bigs that know how to roll. Their point guard and Rice knows how to play out of it. But that's where, because Maryland hits so many threes, now you can see the guys are trying to wonder, do I go in? Do I stay out? What do they do? There's some uncertainty in what they're supposed to do. So they've got to just go back to the way the scouting report when you walk through it on shoot-around.
Reese hits the free throw. He has 14 tonight. 62-56 Maryland with 5 minutes to play. And Julian Reese really efficient. 6 of 9 for the field. Here's Blackwell. Wide of the lane, throws to Crowell. Way off of him beyond the three-point line. Stevie gets it to Tanjay back in there. Here's John. Baseline right. Contact. They play on. Carter Gilmore feeds Klesman. Out between the circles. 8 on the shot clock. Klesman up top and a deep step back three is off the back of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Crowell. He'll throw it to Max. Drives. Kicks. Blackwell. 3-shot left corner. Off the rim. No, but a foul. And a 3-shot foul, I believe, there as John Blackwell got hit. He'll go to the free throw line as they get Selton Miguel for his fourth.
Steve Groh has been playing fantastic here. Defensively, he's brought energy. Offensively, getting an offensive rebound, creating another possession there.
John Blackwell will shoot 3. All of his points have come in the second half. First free throw is good. 62-57 Maryland with 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Looking at our stats screen, we're talking about all the things that Crowell is doing. They only have him down for one block shot. They're at least too short, in my mind. Second free throw is good for Blackwell. Whatever the case, he has been a disruptor defensively.
Correct. Exactly.
Yep, doing a lot of good things.
I say that a lot too, man. These stat guys, they don't know what they're talking about. I should have had an extra 5 rebounds a game.
Exactly.
That's what I tried.
We tried. And the third free throw rattles out. Julian Reese the rebound. 2 out of 3 for Blackwell. 62-58 Maryland. 4:20 remaining. Gillespie outside left. Takes it between the circles. Blackwell defending.
That middle pick and roll again.
There it is with Queen setting it. Gillespie deep 3 straight away. Banked it in. Yeah, you're having yourself a night. 65-58 Maryland with 4 minutes to play. Here's Gilmore, feeds Klesman, takes it off the left wing, powers it up, low in the left, no, tipped up, no. Rebound, Julian Reese. And another close range shot does not fall for the Badgers. Rodney Rice high in the left feeds Gillespie at the center circle.
And if you're Maryland, you run the same action because Wisconsin just has not been able to stop that.
65-58 Maryland. Here's the high screen from Derek Queen. Gillespie rocking the dribble, using the screen again. Slipping his Blackwell, a throw to Queen. He is fouled inside by John Tanjay. That'll be his third as we have the under 4 media timeout. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Maryland 65, Wisconsin 58. This is Badger basketball from Learfield.
The countdown to savings is on at Clary Building Corp. Get the best prices of the year right now at any Clary location or contact us for a free consultation on the building you have been dreaming about. Clary has a building for every stage of your life. Visit clarybuilding.com today to see all of the amazing building options we offer. Don't let the clock run out for big savings.
An elegant, intimate experience in fine dining is right here at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge features choice cuts of Angus beef and fresh seafood prepared to perfection over an open flame grill. Complemented by an extensive selection of fine wines and signature martinis. A passion for detail in exceptional dining. The Copper Oak Steakhouse and Lounge at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Open Thursday through Sunday. Call and make your reservations today.
Transform your home in one weekend with paint from Menards. Get a paint that combines durability with gorgeous color. Dutch Boys Forever Interior Paint and Primer in One offers powerhouse protection with its stain-blocking, odor-reducing technology. And with Dutch Boys Easy Opening, Smooth Pouring Container. Transforming your home has never been easier. View our entire selection of Dutch Boy paint, plus great deals in our weekly flyer on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Time to pick tonight's Old Dominion Best of the Game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best of the game and is proud to be the official freight carrier of Wisconsin Athletics. We've been talking about him throughout the course of this game. Butchie, Stephen Crow has put together quite a line.
Yeah, 4 of 9, 8 rebounds, 10 points, 3 assists. And then defensively, what he's done to kind of anchor that a little bit. Now, when you look at this last 3:30 that's in this game, it's got to start on the defensive end, and they've got to get some stops. And it's Gillespie right now, and Reese and Queen in that high pick and roll that they've got to find a way. Now, Gillespie, when you look at what he's done, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Got to make him uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Housekeeping here. I thought they originally assessed that foul a moment ago to John Tonje. It's actually on Carter Gilmore, his second. 5 on the floor now, Nolan Winter and Stephen Crowell, along with Tonje, Klesman, and Blackwell. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Maryland 65, Wisconsin 58. Derek Queen will be stepping to the free throw line. And a quiet night for him. He is 2 of 13 from the field. He has 5 points, quiet night scoring. He does have 11 rebounds.
But I think that also, with Big Steve as far as player of the game,
yes.
He's made it very difficult.
First free throw is good for Queen, the 6'10 freshman. McDonald's All-American, co-MVP of the All-American game. Remember watching you in the McDonald's All-American game. You were the one guy that was actually trying to set screens.
I think I even took a charge.
You did, I know.
Now I just eat a lot of McDonald's.
Join the club. Second free throw is good. 67-58 Maryland. Now with its biggest lead of the game at 9 points. Here's Nolan Winter out front. Winter with a pass for Blackwell. Try to take it off the left wing. Throws it to Nolan. Fakes the 3. Drives it. Now runs it up short. Rebound Julian Reese. As the Badgers have gone cold and Maryland is taking full advantage. 3:05 to play. 67-58 Maryland. Gillespie rocking the dribble at the center circle against John Blackwell. Gillespie gets the screen from Derek Queen. Right of the circle. And we'll use it again. Blackwell works over to throw to Queen. Bobbles, gathers, puts it on the deck. Spin move in the lane. Goes up left hand. Good.
A tough move.
Not much you can do to stop that. 69-58 Maryland. Blackwell with 2:38 remaining. Blackwell takes it out between the circles. Throwing to Nolan Winter. Feeds Klesman on the right side. Max curls around the Winter screen. And a wide pass. Winter runs it down with 12 in the shot clock. Klesman baseline right. Hangs in the air. Throws it to Crowd. Tap pass Winter for 3. And it's off the rim. No good. Good look. Couldn't knock it down. Deshaun Harris-Smith the rebound with 2:15 remaining.
And you gotta get stops, and then you gotta try to get to the free throw line on offense. That's how comebacks happen.
2:08 to play. 69-58 Maryland. Jacoby Gillespie, they'll bleed the clock right now. Gillespie left of the center circle against Blackwell. Around the screen from Derek Queen. 3 in the air. Gillespie, back iron, no good. Rebound, Blackwell for Wisconsin.
Push.
And here, John doing just that. Throws it into Winter. Low in the right. Shot blocked by Queen. Knocked out of bounds. It belongs to Wisconsin. 1:49 to play, 69-58 Maryland.
Wisconsin 9 of 21 on layups tonight. 9 of 21.
And it feels that way at best. Blackwell inbounding to Nolan. Went to right side, feeds Tanjay. He'll try a three, right corner. It's good. Timeout, Wisconsin, as the Badgers are within 8 with 1:45 to play. 69-61, the Maryland Terrapins. Greg had 2 to use, and he uses one of them here. He's using his 60, it appears. 69-61 Maryland, 1:45 remaining.
In a game with the upper echelon teams in the Big Ten.
Big time.
Margin of error is what?
Very
Not a
small,
lot, right?
very small.
And we're, when you look at 9 of 21 for layups, I mean, overall, I don't think they've been bad defensively. I think there's been some hiccups in the middle pick and roll where they've got spread out and they got some threes, but they've gotten some of this stuff, like when they've extended this lead, there was a Kamari McGee missed layup. Transition 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
those little things.
Those little things. Yeah. And in this league, when you're playing the top teams, that margin is so slim. And then on the road, it's magnified. And you're sitting here in an 8-point game, but by no means do I walk away saying, number one, they can't have the comeback. You got to get another stop here. With the way Wisconsin shoots that from the free throw line and from 3, you're still in this thing. But you got to put pressure at the rim, force a call, see if you can get to the free throw line. When you put pressure at the rim, that's when you get your spray out threes. Those are the best threes you're going to look for.
Among the things to keep in mind, Wisconsin has 1 timeout available. Both teams are in the bonus. The next Maryland foul has Wisconsin in the double bonus. Badgers have the possession arrow. Now trying to stage what would be one heck of a rally. Down 8 with 1:45 to play. 69-61 Maryland. Badgers will put the press on. Rodney Rice will be inbounding. With Max Klesman in his face. Rice has the ability to roam. Shuffles to his right. Now to his left. Hoops it into Derek Queen. With Blackwell defending him. Queen has the ability to put the ball on the floor. With a tough pass for Gillespie.
Timeout. There was a timeout and he needed it too. There was 2 left on the clock.
Yep, they were in danger. So Willard using one of them here. With 1:37 to play. 30-second timeout taken. 69-61 Maryland. Well, the Badgers trying to do what only one team has done this season, the visiting team, and that's win. The team that did that was Marquette back in the middle of November, a 4-point win for the Golden Eagles. Otherwise, Terps, they're 12-1 in this building.
Well, and you look at the middle of November, Maryland was not the team they are now either.
They're not.
By any means, right? They have improved. They've continued to improve. And Gillespie's been the guy that's really kind of gone, got them going. Obviously, Rice has done some things too, but Gillespie just understanding how to get his bigs involved, how to see the floor. And talking before the game, you talked with Greg about how good he's been. I mean, he knows how to play the game.
Yeah, this starting 5 is just outstanding for Maryland. Questions about how deep can they really go here, but that first 5, they are really coming together.
Well, and your bench is always going to play better at home.
Yeah.
And they've had some guys that have, done some things off the bench.
Rice will inbound. Throws it backcourt for a Selton Miguel across half court, but defended by Tanjay. Shot clock at 15, game clock 1.5 minutes. Gillespie against Klesman. Queen sets the high screen. Gillespie turns it down the first time, turns it down again. 7 to shoot. Now he'll use it. Picked up by Blackwell on the switch. 4 to shoot. A lob inside to Queen. Knocked away. Ball is loose. Badgers have it off the turnover. Here's Klesman with 1:12 to play.
Attack it. Don't settle.
Klesman gets fouled by Derek Queen, and that's a double bonus now. Klesman will shoot 2. Badgers down 8 with 1:10 remaining.
That's exactly what you needed to do.
Yeah,
I've got more hand motions over here saying, let's go, get it, go, attack, get to the line.
Klesman 0 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. The Badgers are 11 of 17 at the stripe. First free throw for Max is straight through. 4 points for Klesman. Hit a 3 early in the game. 69-62 Maryland. 70 seconds to play. Second free throw coming up for the senior out of Neenah, Wisconsin, and it's good for Klesman.
And if you're Wisconsin, you're looking at fouling Miguel or Reese.
69-63 Maryland. Rodney Rice shuffles to his right, inbounds pass to Miguel. Miguel against Tanjay in the backcourt. Tanjay is trying to make it tough for Miguel. Gets it across the mid-stripe. Not fouling yet.
And you're with 6, you don't necessarily need to right now.
Derek Queen, he does get fouled by Blackwell. He didn't want to, but he did with 57.6 seconds to play and a 1-and-1 for Derek Queen, the freshman.
76% free throw shooter, 75.8. But you look at that, I don't think John was trying to foul.
No, he was
right?
not.
You know what I mean? That's
he was not. Queen is 3 of 4 at the foul line tonight. He has 9 points, 11 rebounds. This is a 1-and-1, 57.6 seconds to play. Front end is good. 70-63 Maryland.
If you're Wisconsin, either way, miss or make, get the ball and push.
No Terps on the lane lines, nothing but Badgers. Second free throw for Queen. Too long, no good. Crowd the rebound, 55 seconds. Here's Tanjay, front court in a hurry. Barreling into the lane, splits two defenders and lost possession as he went up left hand. Shot well off the mark. Queen the rebound, loops it ahead to Rodney Rice. Crow is back. Rice will circle and kill time. Now they need to foul, and Rice is a very good free throw shooter. They foul him. He's 84% at the line, and another 1-and-1. That's team foul number 9. Tanjay the foul. That's his third.
And I thought John did everything he needed to do. You got to the you got to the paint. Excuse me. It seemed like there was enough contact. We were blocked by body, so to say it was or wasn't the case. But the thought process was the right thought process there.
Rodney Rice is 1 out of 3 at the foul line tonight. 1-and-1 free throw on the way, and it is good. 71-63 Maryland with 38.1 left in the game. Second free throw coming up for the 6'4 sophomore out of Clinton, Maryland. Rice sends it and hits it. 72-63 Maryland. 38 seconds left. Kamari McGee, left sideline front court, moves to the middle. McGee throws to Tanjay. Straight away, 3 on the way is good for Tanjay. Timeout, Wisconsin. And with that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10 for an ID. This is Badger basketball from Learfield. .9 seconds to play. The Badgers have just used their final timeout. Tanjay's 3 pulls Wisconsin within 6. Maryland 72, the Badgers 66.
Now 30 seconds left in the game. This is where you still, with 30, you extend the game, but you try to get a couple steals, then you foul. Julian Reese is a 73% free throw shooter. Miguel is a 71% free throw shooter.
Yeah, the guys will have on the floor. They're all
out there, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, those are your 2 with the lowest of that. So obviously in the scouter, in the huddle right now, you've got your guys of who you're trying to get after you try to get your traps.
Yep.
And then you say, okay, these are the 2 we want to foul if we can. Otherwise, we're going to take the first one available. But
the guy you might, if he gets the ball in his hands, is Jay Young. He's only attempted 10 free throws this season, 7 out of 10. Rodney Rice will inbound. Badgers have the press on. Kamari McGee in his face. Maryland up 6, 30 seconds to play. Rice stepping to his left, looking, steps to his right, into Gillespie. 2 Badgers down. Gillespie uncontested to the front court of the right side, then gets fouled by Blackwell and Jacoby Gillespie, an 88% free throw shooter, who is 3 of 4 tonight. He'll be at the line for 2. So for Blackwell, that's number 4. 25.9 seconds to play. 72-66 Maryland. Jacoby Gillespie, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. First free throw rattles in. But when he banked that 3 earlier in the half, that was a bad sign.
That was.
Second free throw coming up for Gillespie. On the way, and good again. 74-66 Maryland with 25 seconds remaining. McGee left sideline front court. Kamari driving down the lane, goes up, got fouled by Derek Queen. Now we've seen a couple of freshman mistakes here from the ultra-talented Derek Queen. McGee goes to the line with 20 seconds left. 74-66 Maryland.
And that's this is exactly what Wisconsin's supposed to be doing right now. And they're executing it. They're giving themselves a shot. I know they're down still by 8, but
3 fouls on Queen, by the way. Kamari McGee shoots 2, and he is good with the first.
There's a good substitution by Coach Gard. Get Janicki in the game to be able to call, foul.
74-67 Maryland as Kamari McGee hit the first free throw. Takes a deep breath. Sends it. Hits it. 74-68 Maryland. Janicki is in for Crowell. And Deshaun Harris-Smith will be throwing it in. Looking. Harris-Smith looking. They get it into Derek Queen. He's the one you're going to want to foul, and they do. It's all relative. Queen split his free throws a moment ago. We've given you the numbers. He's a good free throw shooter.
Yeah.
But he's still a freshman. 17.9 seconds to play. 74-68 Maryland. Terps are 14 of 19 at the foul line tonight. The Badgers are 15 of 21. Derek Queen at the free throw line. A 6-point lead for the Terrapins. And the first free throw is good. They get 75-68 Maryland. Julian Reese will be checking back in a moment. Nolan Winter in for Jack Janicki. One more coming for Derek Queen. Julian Reese getting ready to re-enter for the Terrapins. Queen eyes the rim. Free throw on the way, and it's straight through. 76-68 Maryland. Reese in for Queen. 17.9 seconds to play. And Nolan Winter will inbound to McGee. Kamari brings it up with 15 seconds. McGee, front court left, moves to the middle. Kamari probing, steps back, tries the 3, and it's off the back of the rim and out, no good. Rebound to Maryland, and the Terps will dribble out the clock, and Maryland will leave the floor an 8-point winner. Good college basketball game tonight. Two teams who are very, very good in the Big Ten Conference. Maryland protecting the home floor, winning at 76-68.
Yeah, Maryland's playing good basketball. And again, you talk about the margin of error. It's not a lot when you talk about the upper echelon of the Big Ten, and that's what it is. Wisconsin 9 of 22 from layups. I think that's a tough thing. That's a tough part, and I think that's what